Okay, says we're live. Good morning, chat. Good morning, Noah.
Chat. Hey.
Good morning first.
Good morning first.
Vicky. It looks like Amit was here for a while. I don't know if they're still here. Thanks for hanging out, waiting for us. Nova had 20 centimeters of snow. Yeah, Creations by Lens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I recognize that name. Perfect. Yeah, 20 centimeters, and they didn't call for it. It was just like an unexpected little treat they dumped on us.
Wow. Yeah, I guess the whole top of America is really cold right now, but it's not happening here. It's nice.
No, it's actually the whole east coast of Canada has been like super warm. It's like -2 out right now, which is fucking amazing. It's beautiful. 2 degrees below zero is something to be happy about in Canada right now.
Yikes. Well, I know the middle of the states is kind of like that. Lower California's not getting it. It sounds like you guys aren't getting it. I would say you're getting it, but
just on the east coast. So all of the rest of Canada, all the central parts, Alberta, all that, they got -35, -40.
Oh,
and they set out emergency alerts, like you know how you guys get them for earthquakes. Well, Alberta and in the middle of Canada gets them for like extreme cold. And the government told everybody to get rid of your oil and your wood stoves and go with heat pumps. It's environmentally friendly. Well, they don't work below -25.
No.
And the whole energy grid couldn't handle everybody waking up in the morning and turn their heaters on. So it overloaded the entire grid, and they had to shut down entire towns and communities. So nobody can charge their electric vehicles, use their heat pump because the heat pumps are electric.
Damn, global warming is going to be rough.
Even a lot of oil furnaces are run by I have an electric pump to put the oil through. So even if it's not gravity fed and the power goes out, you can't even heat your house with oil. It's fucked.
So everyone was huddled at the one dude who still has his wood burning stove.
Well, most people that live in those conditions don't listen to the government.
Yeah, that you don't want to really rely on that.
But all the EVs, they said you can't charge your EV, you can't even plug them in. People who plugged them in and charged them, it was so cold that they couldn't even charge them as fast as the cold air was discharging them.
What? Cold air discharges your vehicle?
Cold air destroys batteries.
Damn it. That's a pain in the ass. See, that's why we haven't figured out how to ideally live on this planet yet. Imagine in 100 years or some shit we'll figure it out and it'll make a lot more sense, but we don't. This ain't working.
If you just don't live where it goes below zero. See, that's why all the white people went to the northern parts. Because we'll just suffer and survive and we don't have to deal with the riffraff down south.
Riffraff? No, weather sucks. I mean, yeah, no. I'd rather live here in the desert. There's not a lot of riffraff here.
See, we don't get droughts. We don't worry about that stuff.
Do you have anything? What's your biggest problem?
Cold and snow.
Yeah, that's a big fucking problem though. Those two things are big. We don't have those things. It gets cold here, but I've never seen it below zero ever. I think the coldest I've ever seen, I'm talking Fahrenheit, is probably I don't know.
What does water freeze at in Fahrenheit?
32.
32, okay.
Although Beautifully's trying to tell me it freezes at 35 in the UK. We can have a discussion about this.
Wait a minute. Why is the UK on Fahrenheit?
They're not. I just try to make her speak English. Good morning, inappropriately.
Speak American.
Speak American, that's what I said. What is that in American? Well, that's what I did to you. You said you got 20 centimeters of snow. I'm like, what the hell is that in American? A lot.
It's 4 freedoms.
The cold makes my arthritis awful.
Yes, it does.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't have arthritis. Whoa.
Don't touch the table.
Yeah. Yes, don't. Okay, so are you stoked about what we're talking about today? First of all, I can't remove us to show you what it says, but I'm pretty sure right behind ourselves on the screen it says darkness cannot drive out darkness, only the light can do that. Right. Love something. Hold on, let's remove us.
Why politicians hate journalists because they.
I don't know what he said.
Oh,
sorry, I cut you off. I don't know why politicians hate journalists, but something about. Now I already forgot. Damn, I hope you guys read that. Screenshot it and send it to me.
Did you see the journalist that just got arrested in Canada?
Dude, I saw your fucking post about it. So did like 40,000 other motherfuckers. I thought you were shadow banned, and it turns out you're not. Is that the
I
same
just got
guy?
back 2 days ago, so I'm like, all right, you want to ban me? Now I'm gonna fucking go in hard.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. I was like, is this real? I have been off
Right?
social for the last couple of days. I was like, dang.
I was looking at like 19,000% increase. I'm like, I didn't know you could go over 100. Like, that's quite the increase. It's got to be a record for fucking Twitter, right? A 19,000% increase.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
What the hell?
so yeah, so what? David Menzies is a reporter for Rebel News, which is the right-wing news, like Fox in Canada. And he was walking down the street trying to interview the finance minister, the vice president of Canada. And the cops, because she had security, were walking along with her. And then one of the cops just literally walks up to him and shoulder checks the reporter as he's walking down the street beside her, and then arrests the reporter saying, "You assaulted an officer, you're under arrest." It's like, you banged into me, motherfucker. Anyway, through the powers of the internet, we found out his name, where he's from, and I published it, and now it's going viral.
That a boy.
So his neighbors and his friends are all going to see who this person truly is.
Let's go to it. Let's just go to it. Do you have a link to it? Can you find that? You
My
might be able to
tweet
find
or the
it
video?
quicker than me. The tweet. Both? I'd like to see the video.
Yeah, if
Good
you just
morning,
type in YouTube anywhere, journalist arrested, Canadian journalist arrested, it's viral all over in Canada at least.
Okay, let's see.
And it was
Canadian
such
journalist.
bullshit. So they hate Dave Menzies because he's like a bit of a clown, like a John Candy type fella. Like, he's more of a goofball than like a serious journalist, but he's still a journalist. He has all of his credentials. He went to university for it. Like, he has his journalism badge, and the cop's like, "You bumped into me. You're under arrest for assault." Anyway, the cop's in big trouble because he's going to get sued.
Video captures Rebel News employee arrested. Let's see.
That's
let
it.
me share this. Sorry about the ad. This is how I get in touch with
Why are all these games showing women spitting in the guys' mouths? Have you noticed that lately?
Dude, your algorithm is based on you, dude. I don't see that.
No, it's these games, and it shows some like giant. Well, here they're gonna show it.
I gotta pause. You can finish your story if you want.
They show some giant fucking like cartoon woman spitting in a dude's mouth, and then he gets these superpowers and goes rampaging.
It's true, you guys. That's what happens. They're just giving out the codes. I don't know why.
I don't need superpowers.
Well, you never know. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. If it's, I'm gonna turn down
This
just a little.
This is the CBC's version of it, because CBC is the direct opposite of Rebel News. So this is the like CNN version.
Okay. Well, let's see what they have to say.
RCMP is facing criticism for arresting a man who identified himself as a journalist. David Menzies works for Rebel
All
News.
the cops know
He tried
exactly
to
who
ask
David
the Deputy
Menzies
Prime
is.
Minister some questions yesterday in Richmond Hill, Ontario, when the arrest happened. The CBC's Kate McKenna is
Menzies
following the
took
story
Trudeau to the
online. She
Supreme
joins us now
Court
live. So,
over
Kate, what can you
being a
tell us
journalist
about this incident?
Well, Andrew, this is a video that's making quite a splash online. The video shows David Menzies approaching Finance Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland yesterday in Ontario. It was captured on video by Rebel News.
Oh, so the news captured
this. is not a terrorist group. Why is your government supporting Islamo-Nazi? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Wait, what the fuck?
That's the cop.
Sorry, we're gonna just.
How come the IRGC is not a
The cop literally walks up and just shoulder checks him, and then tries to arrest him for assault. He didn't even walk into him. The cop walked into him. Look, see?
He said, "Excuse me," too. This fucking guy.
So all the leftists are mad at me, trying to flag me and get me taken off of Twitter for doxing, for showing his picture, which is on the news, and putting his name out there, which he's a cop. He has to identify his name.
Let's go there and see if I can find it. I don't know. It's hard to find you, but now that you're freaking famous, let's see.
Oh, now that you said that, I'm definitely getting nuked.
Okay,
the Americans are starting to listen to him. We got to get rid of him.
Oh, I found you because I already searched for you once. Booyah.
Did you think my numbers were forged when I sent you the screenshot?
Yeah.
They're wild. I couldn't believe it when I woke up today. I'm like, what the fuck?
Here it is. Share this instead. Here it is. 60,000. So 18,000 people have seen it just in the last 2 hours since I woke up. The first time I saw this was this morning because I was off social. So that's a lot.
Which is
I had 180, and now there's 255.
The right-wing people are sharing it, and the left-wing people are trying to share it with the RCMP and all the authorities because I'm doxing.
What?
Like CBC must be too because they reported it.
That's Greg Dumochel. How do you say his name?
Douchebag something?
Douchebag is the skinhead cop that assaulted and then arrested a journalist. Lethbridge, Alberta. What a
That's not even where he lives. That's the best part. That's just where he's from.
That guy's a dick.
So I didn't even dox him because he doesn't live there. It's just where he's born or grew up.
Yeah, he's not even good at this internet. Leave Nova alone.
I'm just waiting for the RCMP to pull on my ear and go, you know, that you probably shouldn't do that. That'll be the best viral tweet. I got the security cameras waiting.
Do you think they will? They do show up to your house, huh?
I've had them show up here multiple times.
It makes me nervous. Do you think they will arrest you for this?
I hope so.
No, I don't. What happened? Is there something that should be done if that happens, or what? You just wait, you bail yourself out? Like, what happens?
No, I have one of my guys I played rugby with is like a top lawyer in the province. He owns like 12 law firms.
Okay.
So I just call him up and yeah. And I used to date one of the crown prosecutors in the county, the biggest county.
Yeah, but you guys broke up, so maybe she hates you.
Nah,
or he or whatever.
We're still friends. No, we're still buddies. I don't have bad breakups.
You don't? That's good.
So hopefully I want them to arrest me just so I can get a little more traction.
Hey, I don't think you should say that. Don't say that part. Some of the inside stuff, keep it on the inside. Okay. So when I said we were going to do unsolvable crimes, you're like, what should I do? And I'm like, well, if you could figure out how to create the perfect crime, that would be great. And you're like, easy. And you left. I'm like, I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or if he's already thought of this or what. So did you think of a perfect crime?
Yeah, I live in an area where there's no cell service.
Mm-hmm.
Walking distance to the reservation.
Okay, so like when you say reservation, you're talking about First Nations. That's what I was gonna say, but in a nice way. You're talking about so Indians. And they have the same rules on a reservation, kind of like here, where they have their own.
Yeah, cops pretty much stay the fuck out of there.
Okay, so no
people just go randomly walking around the reserve woods.
You dump the bodies on the res, like first he said, or you're talking about you would just.
I would if I ever knew I had to dispose of a body. That's where I dispose of it.
Oh, okay. So you're saying anyone could create this perfect crime. You're not saying you have to be native to the land have like a pass to get on. How do you get on the reservations? Are they like
walk?
Are they
so the way I'm situated, I'm at the back of the reservation, so you have to either walk through the woods, which is like 1 kilometer for me, or drive all the way around town and go into the front gate.
Yourself. I feel like you're doxing yourself.
No, there's like 20 reservations in Nova Scotia.
Oh, okay.
There's lots of reses here.
Okay. So there is a gate. You have to get through the front gate.
Right.
Okay.
Or I can just walk right through the woods to the back. And you can tell when you hit the res because
there's
all
no
the trees.
Gate.
You see, I'll show you pictures. They take a knife and cut the bark off of trees and then paint it red so you know you're now crossing onto res land.
Oh, okay. That's like how they mark gold mines, kind of, but white.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all you would do? You would just drag bodies to the res land?
Right, and then I would stick them in the beaver huts that are all over the lakes around here.
The beaver hut? Do beavers eat people?
No, not at all. But a cadaver dog, if it goes on top of a beaver hut, the trainers are just going to be like, oh, he's just smelling the beavers.
Damn.
And the beavers could attack the dog.
Thinking, okay, that's good. How do you get it in the beaver hut? You just get your waders on and get it.
Put your hip waders on, and because they have a little hole. I don't know if you ever seen a picture of a beaver dam, but they just have like a little tunnel underneath, and it comes because they breathe air. So they swim under, go through the little tunnel, then come up on the inside, and it's like an igloo made of wood on the inside.
Don't you think if there's a dead body rotting in their house, they'll just move?
Oh yeah, they'll move, but no one's
out?
going to search. No one's going to tear apart a beaver dam because it's illegal to destroy beaver huts and dams.
That is good, but you did say that the beavers would attack the dogs, but the beavers are gonna move as soon as the dead body moves in.
Right. But they'll just build a hut right next door to it. They don't like to travel far.
Oh, okay.
And they can build a dam and a hut like crazy. It's insane how fast they can dam.
Don't you think people downstream from their water source or the dead body are going to be like, something's going on, and they're going to find that body quickly?
No, you don't drink out of the river.
Oh, I don't know how it's like in Canada. I assume differently.
And if you ever look at a map of Nova Scotia, there's like probably 100,000 lakes just in the province. Like if you fly over, it looks like someone shot it with a machine gun. There's nothing but fresh water.
Okay, so that's good. How do you know how you would kill the person, or are you just going to do it barehanded? Because you don't want weapons.
Using a gun would make noise, but out here, no one cares.
True.
I would use probably a shotgun because you can't do ballistics on a shotgun.
You can't?
No.
I don't.
Because ballistics, what ballistics is the bullet goes down the barrel, and the grooves from the rifling inside the barrel make the perfect pattern in the bullet, and they match that up to any other bullets. But a shotgun is a smooth bore, so there's no grooves to mark anything, and buckshot is just round balls and don't leave marks and grooves in the pellets because they're inside a plastic cup until they leave the barrel, so they won't even have a mark on them from the gun.
Okay, so there are, I just typed in shotgun ballistics, and this guy was asking about it, blah, 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 internal ballistics.
Yeah, scroll down just a little bit. See that inside there? All those pellets are inside of a plastic cup. So they don't even touch the barrel of the gun until they leave the barrel of the gun. Then the plastic cup opens up and the pellets continue on. So there's no trace of the gun that they come out of.
But what about if you found this shell?
It doesn't, unless I open my gun. So my shotgun is a break barrel. So the bullets don't come out until I open it up and take them out. So
okay.
I would just take them out myself wherever I wanted to, and you can just throw them in the fire and wham, bam, thank you.
Be done with it.
No fingerprints, no nothing.
Dang.
See that? There you go. There's the perfect one in the middle. See all those pellets in the center one? Those are all 9mm bullets.
They are? Dang.
Yeah. They're 9mm caliber. So when that shotgun, it's called buckshot, is like 9 people shooting a 9mm handgun at you at once.
Damn.
And you can't trace it.
Okay, well, we learned something, but I learned something new today, and that is how you might die in Canada. Don't fuck around in Nova Scotia.
No, live close to the reservations. If you have the opportunity, live close to the reservations.
Okay, so I wasn't sure if you're going to be like, dude, no, I'm not going to tell you I would do my crime, or also it's not that easy to make unsolvable crime, but here you go. That was easy. Good morning, Boomer. Boomer is in one of those states that's like freezing. Her chickens were laying eggs, and then the first day after this, she figured it out. But they were freezing so fast, they were cracking open. She couldn't get to them.
What the? That never freezes. You have to dig like 4 feet down in the ground and put your bowl in the ground and put hay around. It's amazing that you can put, even when it's like -10 outside, the water never freezes because the warmth from the ground thaws out the water.
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, it's true.
Well, you seem confident, but I still don't know if it's true. Do you know anything about Jack the Ripper, the Zodiac murderers? Those are the two that I don't know.
A little bit about the Zodiacs, I think.
You do? I was trying to think this morning, why would the Zodiac murderers be in a list of unsolvable crime?
I think because he had like a secret code that everyone was trying to crack for decades and decades and couldn't crack it.
So, okay, we could solve this then.
Maybe if we're smart.
Okay,
because that's how he taunted the police. He's like, look, I think he was like, I'm telling you who I am or where I am, and here's all the information, and it's in this fucking hieroglyph.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out together. First, we're gonna start with Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper said, he looks English. These are 15 crimes that will never, ever get solved. So if you guys have information, Leave it in the comments. We'll help
From
them
the
out. They think never
1800s.
ever.
When was Jack the Ripper? The 1800s or 1700s?
1888 says the murderer known as Jack the Ripper terrorized the Whitechapel area of London back in 1888, killing at least 5 women and leaving their bodies mutilated in a way that indicated he was more than just a little familiar with human anatomy. Could he have been a surgeon, a mortician? No one knows because he was never caught, and it is unlikely his identity will ever be known. It ranks as one of the most infamous unsolved mysteries.
Only 5. Only 5. That's kind of amateur numbers.
Yeah, but these are, you're right, because this is like old-fashioned. This is what they taught us about before everyone killed everyone.
Well, think back in the 1800s, there was no fingerprints, no DNA. You could just murder anybody you want. Just like, hey, go for a ride outside of town, or just wait outside of town for them to leave town. Like, you could get away with murder so easy back then.
Yeah. Imagine you're a surgeon or a mortician, but you'd want to kill. Didn't he kill prostitutes?
I think it was just any women. Maybe it was a couple of prostitutes, and then just started snatching women.
Well, they just called them women, so I guess I'm besmirching the victims. Okay, next is a Black Dahlia. Do you know anything about her?
No, but the name sounds familiar.
LA Examiner. Did he send letters? Here it is. Turning in Wednesday. Had my fun. Something police Black Dahlia something. 22-year-old Elizabeth Short was found murdered in a vacant lot in LA in January 15th. Fucking today. 1947. I didn't know that.
Put that together, right?
She became known as the Black Dahlia because of her dark hair and perhaps a passing reference to a movie, The Blue Dahlia, which had come out the year before. Notwithstanding a lengthy investigation and a roster of more than 150 suspects, her killer was never found, and it is unlikely the case will ever be solved. What? Let's see what else we can figure out about her. Who killed the Black Dahlia? Yeah, tell us. The murder was particularly brutal. Her torso was cut in half. I knew there was something weird about this one. Some of her organs had been removed. Her head had been bludgeoned. Should I put a banner warning? Hold on. Let me make a banner. How about, should we do this is probably medical advice? No, that'll get us. Yeah. Trigger, here we go. I got a trigger.
Don't do this.
Well, do you, boo. I'm not here to judge. Okay, despite a lengthy investigation during hundreds of officers interviewed, blah, 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 never arrested her suspects. When his own mother was murdered? Okay, I'm not going to read into this, but that is cut in half. What the hell? What do you use to do it? How do you cut someone in half? This chainsaw?
That's a lot of work, man. Cutting through bone. I don't think people realize how hard bone is.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's incredibly hard.
Yeah, but if it's your back, if you cut somebody in half, you only have to go through their spine, right? And it's got
tendons and bone and.
Yeah, but it's like, you know.
I know what you're saying. You can like get in between each vertebrae.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're so like interlocked and tight. I don't know if you can get a knife in between them or not. Maybe
a knife. I was thinking a chainsaw.
Oh, chainsaw. Yeah, chainsaws don't like bone either. Chainsaws don't like bone either.
I would imagine, but I feel like if you get into this is gross. I could never be like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I was gonna say doctor, but yeah, that either. We saw this. Hold on, I went back too far. Ooh.
Oh, I recognize
Nicole.
That face.
Mm-hmm. Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman.
She looks like Megyn Kelly.
Yeah, she really does.
She really does.
That's what happened to Nicole Brown Simpson. And this guy looks like Travis Barker, kind of.
Yes, yeah. A little thicker in the face, but I see.
This is interesting. A more recent unsolved mystery originated in LA when Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman were killed in 1994.
I can solve this one.
Okay.
It was OJ.
OJ done it. They were found stabbed to death outside of Nicole's home. OJ was the defendant in the murder trial, but he wasn't convicted. He was found liable for the murders. That's what's interesting. I know there's a lower standard, but can you say he did it because he was like civilly liable?
He wrote the book. If I Did It, probably didn't help his case.
Did he say what he would have done what would he have done differently?
Yeah. He wrote everything in his book, I think, like to the point where they were going to like not publish it because it was like so stupid.
Really? What a retard. But if you got acquitted of the crime and then you got convicted of it civilly, could you
I didn't know wrongful. That's crazy that you can get civilly for wrongful death.
I don't understand. Well, it not really, because like I said, the burden isn't beyond reasonable doubt.
But they got him because he went bankrupt.
Civilly, criminally, they didn't. Criminally has the higher burden.
That's what I mean, though. Like, wouldn't that be your defense for the civil case? Like, look, I went through a criminal trial, which is a much higher standard than what you guys have, and I was found not guilty. So fuck off.
Oh,
because the civil is like just a preponderance of the evidence. Right? It's like, the rules are more laxed, more hearsay.
Yeah, that's what Amber Heard tried doing, and it turns out no one gives a fuck about anything that ever happened before. And they're like, you still did it. Maybe because I have no idea, actually. Hypothetically,
OJ was so bankrupt, he was stealing his own memorabilia from restaurants and bars, and got that's why he went to jail. He stole. I might steal some of my
memorabilia back too. Like I'm just chilling at damn Applebee's and I look over and there's my Heisman and shit. I'm fucking stop me. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out of here. You're gonna have to get the cops, and they probably did. But yeah, I might still sell my shit back. I might try to do it when no one's looking.
It's like, my name's on it. Isn't that how the world works? Your name's not on it.
Hold on, my attorney is saying wrong, so we've done something wrong. Yep, criminal charges have a higher burden of proof. Orange juice Simpson. That's a Canadian joke. Now that does suck because I don't know. I guess if you're the family, maybe you're happy with. I don't know, because civilly they did win, so it's not a nothing. But what if he didn't do it?
Better. I wonder if it's it's not better, but it's pretty good that you completely destroyed the man's name, reputation, and drained his bank account to the point where he had to steal and put himself in prison. So
yeah, it's really not as hard to be black as they are making it sound in 2023 or 4. Because think about it. This is 2 white people in this black, like for real. No one, I guess they care, but he's not even, if you just show up every day and tweet, you're fine.
Do you remember when this trial was live?
Yeah, I do. My grandmother taped over my favorite movie with this trial. When O.J. Simpson took the Bronco down the 405 or whatever he was driving, I had to go to a softball game or practice. I don't remember. So that was like that time in my life where I was like 13, 14 years old. This shit was happening. But I do
remember being in high school and my gym teacher was a girl. Stopped, like said, class, go do whatever you guys want to do. Like she's just like, fuck off, and had the radio in the gym. And we're like, what's going on? Because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. So we're all gathered around this radio like it was 1930s, listening to the O.J. Simpson trial. Even in fucking Canada.
Every day?
Not every day, just whatever class. I think it was like verdict reading.
Oh, okay. Naughty says, what happened in OJ is OJ was robbed by some guys. He went after them instead of calling the cops and beat the hell out of them. Almost killed one of the guys to take the stuff back they stole. That is what he went to prison for.
Are you sure? I thought he was stealing memorabilia from restaurants and shit. I'll have to be fact checked. Because I'm 50.
I really like the Applebee's story. What cops be out there actively hunting for black people to execute? Right? That's what I've heard. They do, but also.
Oh, I watched a university class yesterday about that, and they broke down the numbers from 2016. How many black people do you think were shot by the police in 2016? Out of 260 million people in America, 13% black, how many black people did the cops shoot?
We only had 260 people in million in America then?
Or 360, sorry, my bad.
Okay, so out of all of the people in America in 2016, how many of those people got shot were black and also got shot by cops?
Only by cops. How many black
Only by
people were shot
cops?
by cops?
For any reason, justified or otherwise?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Probably there's 50 states. I would say at least 3 per state, 150.
Close. It's I think it was 250 total.
Damn, that's more than I would hope for.
But they broke it. Well, they broke the numbers down, and it worked out to be 0.06 out of a million was your odds if you were black to be shot by a police.
Hey, if that's the odds of the fucking vaccine to kill me, I'm not fucking with the vaccine either. None of it. If there's an odd, if you're saying there's a chance, I'm not fucking with any of it.
0.06. That's pretty. I'll take those odds. And white people were definitely shot like 3 times more than black people.
Wait, they were?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
They just don't make the news. It's not newsworthy when cops shoot white people.
What's the percentage of the white people?
I think it was like 1.8.
Dang. So that's a lot more per state than I was thinking.
It was pretty interesting to see all the students go, what? Because they were guessing like 10,000 dead blacks by cops. Like, no. You just see it on the news.
Okay, this is what they're saying. It says, no, he was convicted. They had stolen the items from him, and he was taking it back, robbery, kidnapping, and 10 other charges. Vicky said, on the night of September 13, 2007, a group of men led by Simpson entered a room in the Palace Station Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Bruce Fromong, a sports memorabilia dealer, testified that the group broke into his hotel room and stole memorabilia at gunpoint. 3 days later, on September 16, Simpson was arrested and initially held without bail. So yeah, they robbed him in a hotel.
Good
a memorabilia dealer? What a motherfucker. Dude, that pisses me off because he's laundering stolen stuff, and it's memorabilia of all things.
I was gonna say, why didn't OJ just call the cops if they stole it?
Oh yeah, they're gonna believe OJ Simpson. He's gotta go get that shit back. This is Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Bro, they're at the Palace Station? You don't get the cops involved in shit that happens at the Palace Station. I don't even think ever. White men shot, black woman most affected.
Oh, did you see Fannie Willis, her speech at the church?
No. Should I watch it?
You can. You probably don't want to, but you can. She is blaming her whole ordeal on racism. So her lawyer that worked in her office and getting his marriage fucked up, and that's all racism.
Well, did she kind of tell us how?
Yeah.
Did I watch the video? How long is the video?
I don't know. I don't have a clip right at hand. I just watched it this morning. They were showing the clips, but yeah, she's went full on, and everyone in the church is going, yes, it's racism. Yes. Like, you guys are fucked.
Okay, let's see if I can find it.
She's like,
I just found out that
I hired a black lawyer, and he was a good black lawyer. If he would have been a white lawyer, they wouldn't have cared. I'm like, no, bitch, you were fucking him.
And gave him a job, right?
And paid him extreme amounts of money to do nothing.
Man, this whole time I was picturing Fannie Willis looking like that Jean, the lady that talks at the White House.
Jean-Pierre.
Her. I thought Fannie Willis was going to look a lot more like her, and she doesn't.
No.
Okay. Is this
so she's subpoenaed in a divorce case because she was fucking the dude who's her subordinate, which is against the law.
Mm-hmm. Fulton County defends. This is 1 day ago. Here we go. Should be it. Big Bethel AME Church.
I don't understand how all these people in this church all are just stupid.
You can't. Let's see.
All right, ladies. Oh, brother.
I have some notes here, and at some points I'll go to them, and at some points I'm just going to.
What's that say? How long is this?
I don't know. You picked it.
With me, the bishop told me I am welcome to be myself.
Does that mean you're gonna fuck someone's husband right here at church, lady? Don't be too much of yourself.
Kicks in every once in a while. You're like, let's put some tunes on this.
That's what's good about Baptist church, though.
I do appreciate the black church is entertaining. I wish there was a good one around here.
You'd go?
I would definitely go. I'd rather go to a black church any day when they're fucking up dancing, fucking doing this. I'd way better than sitting there in the whole fucking hymns that don't even rhyme with no music.
Yeah. Okay. I was hoping this was going to be short, but I think that says a lot.
Look at a clip. Just type in Vanny Lowe's clip or something. Somebody must.
How will I know if they clip the right shit?
Black conservative something channel.
Black conservative
something channel. He did it. That's the clip I watched this morning. I think it was like way shorter.
So this videos.
Oh, I can maybe hit my history and find it.
On YouTube?
Yep.
5 months ago? No, I can't find it.
Black Conservative Perspective, I think is the name. And history.
Yeah, I haven't followed this a lot, but I've heard them talking about it.
Here it is. Got it.
And I didn't picture her like this. Gross.
All right. This clip is 14 minutes long, but it's not. It's really only like half of that because he plays the clip and talks about it for a while.
Okay.
Put it in private chat.
1 second, chat. We're going to watch this Fannie Willis clip, and then we're going to get back into unsolvable crimes.
It's all about the rabbit holes.
Well, I don't know. I think I'd win. I tell you what, I wouldn't go in to lose. I've never gone in to lose.
I love they put the Oprah in there.
Dear God, I do not want to be like those that attack me. I never want to be a Marjorie Taylor Greene, who has never met me, but has allowed her.
Oh, she's also upset that Marjorie Taylor Greene didn't call her and say, I feel bad that you got death threats. But Marjorie Taylor Greene got death threats, and this bitch never called her.
How do you know?
I'm just making it. I don't know. I assume she did.
How does this woman, who has the honor of being a leader in my state, how is it that she has not reached out to me? She can tell me, I don't agree with anything you're doing, but I do not agree with people threatening your life or the life of your family.
Citations,
that is conduct that is wrong and intolerable.
Receipts?
And as a leader, I shall not stand for it. How did such a woman come to think that it was normal and normalized that another woman was worthy of such cruelty? I would never wish for her to have.
She's talking about a law case here. Her being investigated.
The derogatory name calling, the being doxxed multiple times.
All right, guys.
You can only be doxxed once, I think.
Video regarding the bombshell story about.
I think you can skip ahead and she'll start talking again. There you go.
Decision in a special counsel. Lord, you're flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child. I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counselors. Is my right to do?
I'm a black woman. I'm allowed to make mistakes like this.
They only attacked 1. I hired 1 white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer. A superstar, I tell you. I hired 1 white man, brilliant, my friend, and a great lawyer.
I wasn't banging him, though.
I hired 1 black man.
I was fucking him hard on vacation.
Friend,
is that the one?
Yeah.
The last one?
Oh, Lord, they're going to be mad when I call them out on this nonsense. First thing they say.
Playing the race card.
Oh, she's going to play the race card now. But no, God.
She even knows she's playing the race card.
Who's playing the race card when they only question 1?
The one you were fucking.
Was she sleeping with all of them, though? Is that what she's trying to tell us right here in church? I fucked them all, and you only care about the black one?
Just the one.
Your grandmother is right here in the back listening to you, woman. Do not tell her you did sex with all these 3 right here at church.
The only one she was fucking was the one that brought the charges against Trump.
She's serious though. These people are serious. She really fucking believes this nonsense about herself. Like,
yes, that's what's crazy. Like, she's not even lying. She truly believes that she did nothing wrong.
I hate that she's like, and God, and Lord Jesus. If God's gonna be like, bitch, I know, I'm in control, bitch. I know. Quit telling me shit. I know. Why don't you get a knees and pray? Stop being a whore and fucking with married dudes. How about that? That's some shit we need to talk about, women. Probably not in public.
Like, I don't know why the church would let her take the stand.
Yeah. Really? That's the church. That's the other prison. When I was like, do I do prison ministry, Jesus? Where are you calling me to go? And I'm like, is it the prisons or is it the churches? Because they're the same fucking thing. This is ridiculous. The church don't mean shit.
That was racist.
Let's be done with this. Fuck all these. Fuck this. I'm racist or whatever. Okay. Nicole Brown Simpson, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you died at the hands of your other husband. Betty Shanks. I don't even know her.
I don't know.
22-year-old Betty Shanks was found dead in Brisbane, Australia in 1952, and the case remains one of the oldest and most notoriously unsolved murder cases in Queensland, Australia. Australian historian Lee Reid has been researching the crime for many years and believes he knows what happened. A policeman accidentally killed her with his motorcycle and then staged a cover-up. However, his book about the events remains unpublished, and law enforcement has seemingly swept Reid's theory under the rug. Love a good true crime story? Okay.
That seems random.
That is very random, but I guess they wanted all Australia to be on the news. That's how you know is this propaganda. They want us to believe in Australia.
Right. In the 50s, like they had beetles.
Like they had motorcycles in Australia.
Yeah, fucking kangaroos and emus.
But maybe that's how little crime. The only crime they have is this 1952 case from a motorcycle. They have no guns, no knives. It's just motorcycle cops.
They lost the Great Emu War, so.
I never really heard about that.
They declared war against emus and lost.
Oh. I love how you say it like they say it. You know it's a fucking emu. Everyone knows it's an emu. Emus, because you hang out with a fucking meme too much. Emu. It's an emu. Quit saying it dumb. Say it like American, for Christ's sake.
Hey, I'm part of the British Commonwealth, just like Australia.
So, okay. Congratulations on that. Next, the murder of Jean Marie Townsend. I made her French. The night of September 14, 1954. Just like if you were killed in the 50s.
Right. That's what I'm saying. No technology. You could just get away with anything, you know.
21-year-old Jean Marie Townsend left a party and was found the next morning in England, South Ruislip. Strangled by her own scarf. Rumor abounded that an American soldier was responsible. What? But the police never identified a single suspect. The case was reopened again in 1982 following several anonymous tips, but the case went cold again and remains unsolved. These creepy urban legends have actual real life. Oh, that's what we should have done the show on. We'll just put this one in a new tab. Maybe we'll get to it later. Yeah, creepy urban legends have an actual real life grain of truth. I like that.
Did you ever flash your high beams at somebody and think they were coming to kill you?
No, I have heard that one.
She stuttered, Pat. She started stuttering.
First of all, when you said flash your high beams, I was like, I never even been to New Orleans. But I don't want to say my joke. But I did. I remember I was driving. I had come, it was here actually, and I was in town visiting, and I just got my car, I think, and we were driving around. And we're like, let's drive with our high beams on and see who flashes us. And I don't know if we were trying to get murdered right away. The first person who flashed us is a cop. Boop, boop. He flashes me back and gets behind me. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, like I just came in from out of town and I didn't even know
my video with the most hits was flashing my high beams and the cop caught me.
Really?
Yeah. So there was a speed trap on the highway, so I could see the cops hiding in the woods like the cowards they are. So all the cars that were coming on, I was flicking my high beams to warn them, slow down, cops are behind me.
Yeah, that's what I do.
But a cop that chased somebody down that was speeding was on his way back, saw me warning everybody, so he thought he'd pull me over and intimidate me into not doing that and fucking over all of his buddies. But I wouldn't bow down, and I made him run away. He tried to steal my phone.
He did?
He reached in the car to grab my cell phone because I was recording him. And I moved it out of the way, and I was like, my dog will fucking bite you if you reach in this car. He's like, oh, really now? I'm like, yes, he will. And the cop just like fucked off.
Ooh.
Because you're not allowed to do that. It's intimidation. There's no law against flicking
with
your
a
high
deadly
beam.
weapon.
Because there was a TV show here in Canada called Motoring, whatever the year was. So it was like Motoring 95, Motoring 96. And one of those TV personalities got pulled over for flicking his high beam. So he took it all the way to court, challenged it. And the court said, no, you can flick your high beams all you want. So I'm like,
you cite the steer, that guy. Supreme Court so-and-so said this and that. Fuck off, dude.
And he was a constable, so he was really a bitch. Constables are the uneducated high school dropouts, and officers are university educated.
So that a constable and an officer, what's the difference besides their education?
That's it. So a constable is an idiot who's only out there catching parking tickets, and an officer will probably get to work his way up to be a detective or other things, but a constable is always going to be a constable.
That's weird.
They're high school dropouts. They're just retards, the road pirates. They're just out there.
And they don't have guns, right?
Oh yeah, every cop has a gun.
They do?
Oh yeah.
Do they have to leave him at work?
Nope, they take him home. I lived across the street from a cop in town. His wife was fucking smoking. I think that's why he moved away.
To hide his wife.
Yeah. She was weird. Well, he was an asshole. His wife was gorgeous. I mean, she was amazing. Blonde woman, super nice. The girl I lived with at the time was friends with her daughter. And he was always going to Afghanistan to make the big bucks. And leaving her home alone, unattended to, for 6 months at a time. And he was surprised when she wanted a divorce.
Good thing you were a good neighbor. Did you keep her happy?
I let him borrow my snowblower once. I wanted to keep him happy. I didn't give a fuck about her happiness. He's the one with the guns.
Exactly.
And I had like 30 weed plants growing in my basement under like high pressure sodiums, metal halides, full everything. So like, yeah, I'm going to be super nice to this officer.
Right? Okay. Have you ever heard of the Love Me Tender murders?
This sounds familiar.
I've never
heard
of it.
But it's also an Elvis song, so.
Another 1956. It says 15-year-old Barbara and her 12-year-old sister Patricia disappeared into thin air after seeing Love Me Tender in Chicago, December 28, 1956. What followed was one of the most labor-intensive missing persons cases in Chicago history. A month later, their bodies were discovered lying naked by the side of a road. Although the coroner claimed the girls seemingly died from exposure within 4 hours after their disappearance, his report was widely criticized and takes partial blame for the case having gone hopelessly cold. Dang.
How come they don't care about missing kids like in this year?
Now? I know. Because they didn't find them yet. These ones were found murdered.
All the kids that just disappeared in Maui.
But that's probably solvable. These are unsolvable. Because of 56.
No, they just disappeared. Remember the fires made the bodies turn to ash. They fucking blew away because, you know.
That's what they say?
That's the bullshit.
Is that what happened?
They said the parents abandoned their kids and ran away and left their kids to die. I'm like, no parents ever fucking did that. These fires were not burning that fast.
Well, what's the other option? They sold their kids?
They were stolen. The government just rounded them up.
And what are the parents saying? They're like, yeah, what are the parents saying?
The parents aren't allowed to say anything.
My ass, your child goes missing. You're like, I guess I didn't leave it behind. I didn't sell it.
No, you just get shadow banned. You just get shadow banned.
The fuck? No. That's not real. There are enough places that you can tell your story to. That's not real. Adrenochrome.
That's right.
This country is ran by an untouchable human trafficking pedophile class, and this fucking article thinks these are the unsolvable crimes. Yeah. Yeah. The Sims family murdered in Tallahassee on October 22nd, 1966. All right. Robert and Helen Sims and their daughter Joy were found dead in their Tallahassee, Florida home by the Sims' oldest daughter, Jeannie, when she returned from a babysitting job. A massive search was launched to find whomever committed the crime, a local news station recounts, but the Sims had no enemies. There was no discernible motive to the crime, and although there were suspects, no one was ever charged. It's hoped that the long Stored away crime scene evidence will someday provide a lead as new technology develops.
Man, we had a family in Canada. They were like billionaires, were murdered. Just no one solved the murder, and the media just stopped covering it and just like, oh, it's all going to go away because it was probably the Trudeau family that killed them.
They don't even have a picture of them. This is what they put for their photo. That's how hard it is going to be. They don't even know.
Yeah, you'll never find them now.
The case of the men in the lead masks. Okay. Also in 1966, 2 electronics repairmen were discovered dead in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, dressed in suits and wearing lead eye masks. What is that? The kind that might be worn to protect from radiation.
What?
Lead eye mask. I'll Google it.
That seems suspect.
When
it said lead mask, I was thinking like that movie, The Mask. Do you remember they put that big steel mask over the king or something and replaced him?
A lead eye mask. Looks like a sleep mask. It looks like a sleep mask. Maybe it's heavy like the shit they put on you at the dentist, but they're just literally like fabric glasses.
I wonder if they're cold to help like swelling for your baggy eyes.
The lead masks case. Ooh, this is cool. I wonder if this is the same thing.
Yeah. Let's go down. Click that. Let's see what that rabbit hole says.
Look at this guy is a suspect. How do we get
pencil mustache? Why can't people just grow a mustache?
December 2nd, 2018. Somebody is this not English?
No, you're having a stroke. It's totally English.
Am I? Is there a way to translate? No, I just can't move.
Why would you put the fucking description, the title all in English and then fucking nothing?
Well, that's the mystery. Oh, crime scene photos. Ooh. Okay. Into that rabbit hole. That was easy. So the men in the
in English.
Because it doesn't matter what happens once you get the click. It just matters you got the click.
Google Translate. You got Google Translate now too.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Usually at the top of the page somewhere it'll be like, say it in my language. Let me see what happens.
The cartoon community is all up. The Japanese anime community is in a fucking tizzy because the wokies in America are transcribing the anime, and instead of saying like this person's a bitch, they're like, this woman isn't very pleasant. No, that's not what that's not the translation at all, motherfucker. Like they're turning everything into wokeism. Like she said, why did you change your clothes? He's like, oh, I want to look more sexy in this outfit. And he's like, I'm trying to stand up against the patriarchy. I'm like, fuck
no
off. Yes, they like the whole translations, like the people who wrote it, the actual like writers are complaining and getting these people fired for their horrible translations.
That's embarrassing.
Remember, it's all about that ESG score.
Okay, so hold on, I didn't finish this. They were dressed in suits and wearing lead eye masks, the kind that might be worn to protect from radiation. Beside them was a notebook that included instructions to be at agreed place.
Were they Men in Black?
Swallow capsules and wait for mask signal. Whether the men swallowed the proposed capsules or what the capsules were supposed to have contained will never be known because the toxicology report was inconclusive, probably botched, and despite the physical evidence, or perhaps because of its strangeness, no one has ever been able to figure out what really happened or why. 2 dudes in suits, yeah.
With special glasses.
This is where Britney Spears gets her clones.
I watched a video of her recently that was pretty fucked up. I can't remember.
I think that Beyonce's been cloned. She don't look like the same bitch anymore. No, and I pretty much hate her. I went down a Beyonce rabbit hole. Yes, I did not like her. I do like her singing and all that, but she's a trash human.
She broke up the whole band. Fuck her.
Destiny's Child.
Yeah, it was all her. She was too cocky.
Selfish bitch.
Arrogant.
Well, she needed to sell her soul to the devil.
The devil.
And the other bitches were like, we don't wanna. And so she just did it. Right. We agree. What is this?
Oh, there's
the Zodiac murderers. We found it.
The code. You gotta break that code.
I am widely something. What does it say? During the 1960s and 70s, a person who identified as the Zodiac murdered at least 5 people in the San Francisco area and went on to taunt law enforcement with cryptic communications containing a secret code that to this day has never been cracked. Over the years, suspects came forward and still do, but none have ever been charged as the Zodiac killer. What?
I think they even put this code out in like newspapers as like a trivia challenge for people and didn't tell them what it was, but I think someone may have cracked it recently, like in the last 2 years.
What does this say? 2018, this says, investigators are hoping to use genealogy websites to track down the Zodiac killer. It was a genealogy website that helped find the Golden State Killer after decades on the run. Police are hoping the same type. I don't know. I have no idea. Authorities throughout California have been trying to hunt down the Zodiac killer for decades. The killer, who left residents on edge in the 60s, has been definitively linked to 5 killings. However, the killer has seemingly claimed more than 30 killings and sent a series of bizarre and detailed letters to news organizations that included cryptograms in which he called himself Zodiac. During his spree, the killer also left 2 survivors who helped offer a description.
I think he even sent audio tapes to he would send everything to the journalists instead of the police. And then because the journalists would post it so everybody would see it.
Well, where are they? Please rush to
San Francisco Chronicle. Yeah, that's who he was communicating with, was the San Francisco Chronicle.
He's possibly used someone else to lick the envelopes or stamps, but a complete DNA profile could point them in the right direction. Yeah, or water, right? Used the items were sent for testing a few months before investigators announced the arrest of Joseph James D'Angelo, who they say was the Golden State.
Yeah, I think they got BTK from his daughter's ancestry or something. I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure they found out who he was.
So he stopped writing letters in the 70s. Maybe he died.
That's what they assume.
His
or he just got a job in politics.
Or David and Betty in 1968. Authorities say he shot and killed the pair while they were sitting in a car and went on to shoot and kill 3 others. Last confirmed victim was cab driver Paul. After fatally shooting him, the killer took pieces of Stein's shirt and sent it in letters to local outlets.
This guy wanted to get caught. The game wasn't the killing. He killed so many people that was boring. So now the new game was to file, hide and seek or treasure hunt or.
Well, why don't you think that if he died, he'd have something that let people know who he was? Because why go through all this work and then die?
Right, exactly.
If you don't want me to have this blast, you must do 2 things. Tell every end about the.
I think you can, if you type in Google the letters, Zodiac letters, you can bring them up. They should be all publicly available.
Let's see. Zodiac.
And I think the anagrams are publicly available because they want someone to try and solve it. They're just like, fuck it, solve it, man, if you can.
Let's see. There's an official website. There's an app for that. Okay. Letters and envelopes. Whoops.
Solve the Zodiac's initial 3-part cipher.
Does it say that?
That picture says a buddy and his wife did. Zodiac letter, Red Phantom letter, Citizen. The Sierra Club. Isn't that a famous place?
Sierra Club card, envelope. What else is there? Is one of these says if it's solved? Debut of the Zodiac letter.
That's probably where he's like, I am here. Let's do this.
Dear editor, this is the Zodiac speaking. In answer to your asking for more details about the good times I have had in Vallejo, I shall be very happy to supply some more material.
Even more
Oh.
material.
By the way, something? The police having a good time with the code?
Are the
If
police,
not tell them to cheer up. When they do crack it, they will have me. On the 4th of July, I did not open the car door. The window was rolled. Something. The boy was obviously sitting in the front seat when I began firing, and I fired the first shot at his head.
Yeah.
Leaped backwards at the same time. What?
Leap backwards at the same time. That's spoiling my. I think these fucking serial killers would have better cursive writing.
Don't you want it? No wonder he wasn't deciphered. This is retarded. Where the hell is the cipher then? Let's go to this one. It says card. It won't be lame. Attention, Paul Averly. Chronicle. Maybe he killed
that little
somebody.
cross with the circle was just like his emblem.
This thing?
Yeah, I think he wore it on like outfits and stuff. Try the very first one. The very first letters, maybe.
Bates had to die. There will be more. Oh man.
Yeah, this guy. He was the game. This was like a real life Joker movie.
She had to die. There will be more. Bates had to die. There will be more. Okay.
The writing is so like he's using capital letters in weird places.
Sick of living, unwilling to die. Cut clean. If red, clean, blood spurting, dripping, spilling all over her new dress. Oh well, it was red anyway. Life draining into an uncertain death. She won't die this time. Someone will find her. Just wait till next time. It is on wood, I think.
So yeah, he's so depressed he wants to kill himself, but he's too much of a coward.
So he kills other people. Yeah, I guess this was written on a piece of wood. 5 inches. So is this 18? Oh wait, no, that's backwards. Okay, let's get out of here. That was weird. They're not going to find that guy because he's dead. This one, the hijacking of Flight 305, on November 24th, 1971, Northwest Airlines Flight 305 was hijacked by a neatly dressed man in his mid-40s. Shortly after takeoff, the man handed a note to a flight attendant demanding $200,000, about $1 million in today's money, 4 parachutes, and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane on arrival. The name of the passenger manifest was Dan Cooper, although you probably know him as DB Cooper.
I know the name DB Cooper.
How the media referred to him. Cooper's demands were met, and the man was never seen again. Has never been identified, and probably never will. Yeah, DB Cooper is a media name. The B doesn't go anywhere because they never knew him outside of being Dan Cooper on the flight manifesto. So it's just somebody, and it sounds way cooler, DB Cooper.
DB Cooper, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just D.
Yeah, DB Cooper. This is way cool. But I don't believe in this, not even a freaking little bit. Like, think about what happened.
He's got lead glasses on.
He does have lead glasses on. Oh, shit.
Shit's coming together.
Suit.
He's in a suit.
So they did find he was found in Rio de Janeiro.
We solved one.
We solved 2. Yes.
We solved an unsolvable. I told you we
Done.
did. She didn't believe me. I
Just
told her. She's like, no, we won't. I'm like, yeah, we got this.
No, I always knew Chad could do it. I didn't think we could do it. Okay, but seriously, so this guy gets on a plane. They're flying around. He tells the stewardess to sit with him. She sits down. He's like, he gives her a letter or some shit about the 4 parachutes, the tanker, the money. And then he tells her, I've got a bomb, and supposedly opens up his briefcase, and there's like red.
Way before TSA was ever on.
Right. Before this was in, what did they say? 71.
Yeah. You could smoke on the planes. They had ashtrays on the planes.
That's weird. That's fucked up if you didn't smoke. Anyway, she tells the pilot, like, we're going to get hijacked. So if we don't do these things. And so they call the tower. They arrange for all this shit. They land the plane. 200 passengers get off. His 4 parachutes get on with his money, and they take off again. Like, what? They just keep... That's bizarre to me that that's how it happened. So then as they're flying, he jumps
up on the plane. Like, yeah, here you go, bud.
Well, they did actually. They said based on what was left, so they gave him 4 parachutes. They said he took 2 parachutes with him. 1 parachute he took the string out of and tied his money bag closed with, and then the other parachute was fine. But he took with him a training parachute or a dummy parachute that didn't open. So who knows if he knew that? But I tell you what, when I was reading the story, I would have fucking killed somebody if they did that shit to me. I was like, I would have let everyone live, but you're gonna give me a fake parachute? All these marked bills that you can track later? Like, that's fucked up.
No, what he should have said is, I want 4 parachutes. I'm gonna keep the 2 pilots and the stewardess and me on the plane, and you're not gonna know who's gonna wear the parachutes. That way I made sure I got myself a good one, because they wouldn't sabotage them then if you're gonna put them on the other people.
Yeah, that's true. Be like, I want 4 parachutes for the crew. I'm gonna fly the plane.
Sky King it, baby. Sky King.
Yeah, I don't believe this story. Somebody found some of his money though. Actually,
he looks like a Fed. He looks like a Fed.
Well, he's wearing a suit and he sort of has the glasses. I don't believe in this. DB Cooper, FBI. On the afternoon, yeah. Show us the money. Okay, what's this?
A clip-on tie.
During the hijacking, Cooper was wearing a black JCPenney tie, which he removed before jumping. It would later provided us with a DNA sample. So they have touched DNA from dude.
Only Feds wear clip-on ties.
In the 70s, everyone had one, maybe. Why would you leave this behind?
Because it probably had someone else's DNA on it.
Somebody looked at this and went, we are not going to find Dan Cooper. We'll call him DB in the press. Fuck him. Like, this is some symbol. Like, I know who you are. And this is some of the money.
What the fuck happened to it?
Money recovered in 1980 that matched the ransom money serial numbers. Well, it's 9 years in the, I don't know, wilderness. This is probably mold instead of it or something. Just paper. This is normal, I think.
No, money's actually cotton.
It's just cotton.
That's why it can go through the wash and it doesn't dissolve.
I've never laundered money. I disappear.
New money is plastic, but old money was actually cotton.
When the flight landed in Seattle, 36 passengers. Damn, 200 sounds better. We'll stick with 200. The canvas bag that contained one of the parachutes given to DB Cooper in 71. Cooper asked for 4 chutes in all. He jumped with 2, including one that was used for instruction and had been sewn shut. Okay, it was pretty cool. Some of these details I was basically right, but not at all. He used the cord from one of the remaining parachutes to tie the money bag shut. Yeah, he just jumped out of the back of the plane when they were flying at one point. How the hell? What? Is there just a door back there?
Easy way not to get tracked. You just kickball. Maybe they didn't put the bolts.
No, it's not. It's not an easy way not to get tracked. I don't believe it. As soon as he jumps, they're like, he's not in our plane anymore. We're going to land. The FBI knew about him since he first fucking requested $200,000 in unmarked bills, and I'm going to jack this airplane. It can't be that difficult to figure out if he jumped from anywhere where he would, the furthest away he could be. And you know what I mean?
What if he jumped in like instantly and then they just followed the plane for another like 6 hours? Because the pilots don't know if he's still on the plane or not. You could say, if you turn around, I'm going to shoot this fucking stewardess, and then goes to the back of the plane and.
Well, he doesn't have a gun. That's not part of the story.
Or stab or bomb.
Even I knew that. Bomb. He has a bomb. I'm going to bomb y'all. Oh, this one. A lot of people were interested in this one. Bob Crane. Oh, I called him Bob Hope. Is Bob Hope even dead? Whatever. There's a lot of H's here. It confused me. Bob Crane was the actor best known for his role in the 60s show Hogan's Heroes. In 78, Crane was found beaten and strangled with an electric cord in Scottsdale, Arizona, which is a nicer part of Arizona. The investigation opened up Crane's rather complicated personal life to the public, but the lead suspect was a male friend of Crane's. In any event, the friend was acquitted of the murder due to lack of hard evidence and exonerated yet again Through DNA testing, the case will probably never be solved. A lot of people are curious about what happened.
They solve any crimes in the 1900s?
No, they never solved crimes until they got DNA. They just had serial killers.
They just picked up random black people and put them in jail.
Yeah, that's true, because there's a lot of people who are like 44 years later, they got out of jail, and you're like, wait.
Well, I think the Innocence Project's got over 1,000 people off so far.
That's crazy. This one is also weird. This one, okay, so this is the one where there was tainted Tylenol on the shelves. There was, let's find out. 7 people died in Chicago after taking extra strength Tylenol. The capsule form was discovered that it was laced with cyanide. Since the pills had all come from different factories, it became clear that the tampering had occurred locally in the stores where the pills were sold. Over the years,
that's why we have all those seals now.
There have been. The FBI have requested DNA samples from the Unabomber, who had terrorized the same areas just a couple years earlier, but this case remains unsolved. What the shit? Why are they putting that on the Unabomber? He was a cool dude. He wasn't trying to just kill random people.
Right.
Fuck you, FBI.
They're trying to blame the Unabomber for their crimes.
FBI's are dicks. I can't believe they're going to besmirch the Unabomber's good name. Rip. Anyways, when I was seeing this one about the cyanide and Tylenol, I can't remember this, right? It says 7 people died. I can't remember this. I was 1, but I feel like I remember this.
I remember when they started putting seals on bottles. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because everyone's like, why are they wasting money on? Because nobody in their mind would ever think somebody would open stuff up on the shelves, put shit in it, and then fuck it up. Because society just didn't do that.
Yeah.
And now you can't buy anything without a fucking seal on it.
Well, what about those asshole TikTokers that were licking the ice cream?
They were pulling the seal off the ice cream.
Oh, do they buy it? Do you think they bought it afterward?
Fuck no. Because the first people, I think they got arrested and charged with like 20 grand worth of damages because they had to throw all the ice cream.
Why?
Because they didn't know which ones were licked and which ones were, so they just threw them all out. Because I think the first people doing it were opening them, licking them, putting them back, and just going through the store doing it all over the place.
Retarded. People are retarded. They ruin everything. The Gardner Museum heist, 1990. So we're getting into the 90s. 13 important works of art were stolen right out of Boston's Gardner Museum. Notwithstanding extensive investigation by local authorities and the FBI, the artworks have never been recovered, nor has anyone been charged with the crime. Currently, the museum is offering $10 million. Now, this one we need to solve. For information leading to the recovery of the stolen works. What in the world? Let's see if we can see pictures. Are they going to tell us what the
stolen works were so we can keep an eye out for them? No, of course not.
We'll figure it out. No, we went to the people who are offering the money. Show us. See the works. Booyah. All right, you guys. Keep your eyes out for this.
That one, the boat looks familiar.
It's a Rembrandt. Some of these might look familiar. Is it hanging on someone you know's wall? That's going to be the big tell. Okay, hold on. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, another one. I'm not going to make them bigger unless you guys really want to see them. Is this cut off? This is ugly.
That one looks retarded.
Yeah, this is awful.
A lot of art is fucking... So I just started watching like an art channel because I never understood why people would stand in front of a painting for like an hour. But the more, if you watch or look at a painting with someone who knows what they're doing, they can point out so many little things about a painting and it makes it fascinating when you know what you're looking for. But some of them are fucking retarded. Like, I think I could paint that one with the top hat. I think I have the skills to
I
do
think
that.
I could too. Totally.
So why is that worth money and mine not? Oh, what was that? Oh, was it a Netflix show? My 5-year-old could paint that or something? Where this woman let her 5-year-old finger paint and then she entered it in like some art gallery with like an Italian name and all this other stuff. And people were buying it for like $10,000. And she's like, yeah, my 5-year-old finger painted that. You fucking retard.
No, it's not retarded. Her 5-year-old is a genius. Yeah, I could paint this. Actually, we probably couldn't. Look at the highlight and stuff. This is the kind of shit we couldn't do. It looks like a person. It's so hard to do this. I really do feel like I should use paint.
Have you ever gone up close to oil paintings and seen like there's actually like a depth and levels of thickness of paints is really different.
Yeah.
Like the one behind me is oil. and if you rub your fingers on it, like some of it sticks out like 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, because they're like making it textured. It's really neat.
All right, I've done too much. I'm doing too much. I need to close some of this. Zodiac Killer, DB Cooper. These we saw them all. We just saw
Charlemagne
them in
licking toilet
small.
seats is a cure for COVID, just so you know. I'm gonna start
No,
that
it does not medical advice.
It is in Canada.
Okay, well then I would suggest. I found out that Beyonce takes toilet seats with her everywhere she goes, concert wise, like when she's on
She
tour.
needs an extra wide one.
I guess she's afraid of herpes, probably.
Can you get herpes from a toilet seat? I thought
That's
that was
what
like
I
an
would be
urban
afraid
legend.
of. No way. Why? If it can live on a toilet seat, it can get on you.
I don't think that's true.
It feels true. Let's ask the internet real quick.
How
Can
long does
you
herpes live
get
on a toilet seat?
forever?
And why is
can you get
herpes?
herpes?
Isn't that just on your genitals, not in your legs? Because I hope your legs are sitting on the toilet seat and your genitals aren't.
Well, what if it's crabs that she's worried about? Can those things travel?
Oh yeah, crabs can travel. They got
That's-
legs.
Let's see. Can you get? It is nearly impossible.
So true.
Sexual transmitted is caused by herpes simplex virus. The virus dies quickly outside the body. It's like AIDS. AIDS can't really live in the air
as
either.
long as the toilet seats cool down, so no warm toilet seats.
Because it'll think that
There's
that's
nothing
you
more
still.
disgusting than sitting on a warm toilet seat in a public toilet.
Oh, that doesn't happen. Gross. Okay. Well, what can you catch?
Why don't they just put UV lights over the toilets?
Why don't you just drink bleach?
It doesn't taste great though. But it does cure AIDS.
I'm just kidding. That's what the media did when Trump said about the lights. You can somehow get it in your body. You drink bleach? Oh my Lanta.
Bleach kills the HIV virus, so drink up.
Okay. Let's get away from this. Let's get back to what we were doing. The heist. My computer is like, fuck off. It's over it. Oh, this is Natalie Hallowell.
Oh, I know that name.
What happened to her? She went missing following a night of partying with friends and several locals during a high school trip in Aruba in 2005. Didn't they? Is there nothing? Her body was never discovered.
I thought they arrested somebody for that.
Let's look into this. Was in February. I think this article was written in February, so it's been 10 months.
Joan Vandersoos became prime suspect, taunting authorities. Okay, well, if he taunted them, I guess if they never had a body, sold her into slavery, or he just pushed her off a boat.
It's unsolved. Yeah, this one is this biography was written October 2018, and she still never found her body. So I can't imagine.
Oh, he's in prison for another murder, so they just fucking ranged him up on a different one. So they probably got the right guy, just on a different crime, a different murder.
Damn, that sucks.
I'd be like, I'll tell you where her body is if you top up my commissary.
What? No way. You'd be hoping to just be a model prisoner and get out early so you can get some more murders under your belt. That's how murderers think. Who poisoned Alexander Litvinenko?
I remember this. This was like
former Russian federal security officer Alexander Litvinenko was poisoned in 2006 by radioactive polonium-210.
Yep.
He died several days later, and no one has ever been able to discern who was responsible. And considering that he was a political enemy of Russian President Vladimir Putin, maybe it's best not to dig too deeply. If you love these unsolved mysteries, then click here. Ooh, he got them.
So people knew it was Putin, but they couldn't prove it because it's like a highly controlled element that's almost impossible for a normal person to get their hands on. So they knew it was like
it's like a signature.
Yeah. That way he can go, hey, remember when I got buddy with the polonium? And he can like, here's the rest of it if you want some.
You send him a text message and it says 210. Everyone knows what that means. There's no 187 in Russia. Good morning, hands.
That's what I'm going to start saying to people on Twitter when they fucking talk shit. Instead of saying, fuck you, I'm going to go 210.
Actually, I looked into this years ago because I'm a germie. The toilet seat is the cleanest part of the bathroom wall.
Yeah, Mythbusters did that, eh? Did you see that episode?
I didn't, but the drain, I remember seeing something else. It said your drains are really friggin' foul. I don't know if it was kitchen drain. I think just drains in general, I sort of try to stay away from them. Something falls in the sink, I'm like, ugh.
The thing that people want to use the most instead of the paper towels and stuff, the hand dryer, we're like, oh, this is super hygienic. I don't touch anything. It was the most disgusting. It had like a 10 times lethal, like a bad limit of bacteria. It was crazy.
I never wanted to use that more. I always would rather just dry my hands. And then you still have something to grab the doorknob handle with. And then you open the door, put your foot in, throw the trash away, and you're scot-free, no germs.
See, I just don't piss on my hands.
Scot-free? Where the hell does that saying come from?
Scotland.
Really?
It's probably when the Scots, William Wallace, escaped or something.
The
Scots are free from the English.
I hope it's not that. I hate that. Scot-free. Well, that's the best thing I can think of. Let me ask the internet. Actually, let's not.
That's chat.
Chat, do you know where the saying got off scot-free came from? Let's see. Etymology. Scot-free. The expression scot-free originates from Scandinavian word scat, which means tax, which I thought meant poop. I don't know anything. Or payment.
Scat is tax.
Scat is tax, yeah. So scat-free is tax-free. The word mutated into scot as the name of redistributive taxation meant to provide relief to the poor during the 10th century. Someone who did not have to pay the tax for some reason was referred to as scat-free.
Hey, I got my scat-free hat on.
Yeah. You got your scat hat on. Well done. Scat hat for the win. Okay. We just learned something. I've got about 40 more minutes. Today is my son's 8th birthday.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get out of here by 11 so that, I don't know, we can hang out. We've been hanging out all weekend. I was like, this is my last time to hang out with the 7-year-old. Now he's 8, so it'll be my first time to hang out with the 8-year-old.
Wait till he hits the double digits, then he's a man.
It's funny, like there is something in him that's clicked where he wants to do everything by himself. Yep. He got all of his stuff on. I'm trying not to correct him because I don't want him to feel like he's not doing a good job, but it's really cute. Yeah, he's doing it all himself.
Yeah, I have my 2 nieces. One likes to have help and everything, and her little sister, who I think's a year and a half or 2 years younger, whatever it is, you cannot give her a fucking hand at anything. She will bite she will snap at you, like, no matter, like, here, just let me help you. No, I got it myself. No, like everything, I will do it myself. She just, no matter what it is.
That's cute. Independent. Yep. That's my kind of girl. But yeah, my son even started buckling himself into the car by himself. I really thought that was going to be, I mean, he should be doing so many of the things that he wasn't really doing a lot by himself.
He's going to be bringing skanks home in no time.
Yep. 4 doors, more horse.
Get him a minivan. Let him be a man.
That's his first ride. Yeah, good idea. Okay, here's some urban legends that keep you up at night. Huggin' Molly. I've never heard of Alabama's Huggin' Molly.
I've never heard of that either.
Chad, have you heard of this? Happy birthday, boy. Thank you. Scotch-free. It means you're sober. Scat does mean poop in English. Those hand dryers spray feces particles everywhere.
It's bad.
No paper towels. Yeah. I'll take the toilet covers.
Do you remember
that feels more messy. Yeah, those are important. Very important. Okay, let's learn about Huggin' Molly. The legend of Huggin' Molly is clearly a tool used by parents to get their children to obey the rules. The story, native to Abbeville, tells of a bantam woman who appears to children if they stay out late at night. She grips the lingering child tightly and screams in their ear. She's not meant to cause death, just one heck of a fright. Sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. Huggin' Molly. You're like, she's not going to kill you. She's going to hug you, but the scream. Like, if she can't kill me, I'll take the scream. My kids probably wouldn't give it we're going to get, at a certain point, we're going to hear a scream in your ear. Just keep walking. Yeah, exactly. The Qualupalik. I can't. Alaska.
That would be a native name.
How do you say Q when there's no U?
You got to throw clicks in there. Click.
Click, 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 click.
like
An Inuit version of a mermaid or siren calls with a hum to children who are wandering too close to the seashore, then takes them away in her baby pouch. Gross. I
think this was a warning for kids not to play on the
this.
icebergs, because you like when you go out on the edge, the iceberg will break off behind you when you get too much weight on the tip.
Oh,
and then your
so
little ass floats away.
The greenish woman-like creature will never return a child once taken into the depth. Oh yeah, so you got qualified.
Yeah, I think I was 7, and it was downtown in my hometown. There's this little lake. It's not very big. It's small relative, but as a kid, it was fucking huge. And we were jumping on the little icebergs like retards do. And I jumped on mine and was talking to my buddy, and it drifted just far enough that I couldn't jump back. And I'm like, help, how am I going to get back? He's like, I don't know. And he just said, fuck it, I'm going home. Because we're both kids, right? So I'm left, I'm floating away. I'm screaming, crying. And then just a couple of drunks from the bar across the street and their girlfriends. So the girl's like, oh, you have to go save that poor boy. One of the guys stripped down to his underwear, jumped in the freezing fucking water, swam over to the iceberg, pushed the iceberg and kicked his feet so I could get back. I was so scared. I didn't say thank you or nothing. I jumped and I ran like a fucking motherfucker all the way home. Never said a word to no one. And this poor dude, like, didn't get a thank you, didn't get an attaboy, nothing, except he probably got laid from the girl. He became a hero that night.
Wow. You're like a wild animal.
I never played on ice again after that one.
Gee, you could have died.
Well, no.
Look at that guy. Maybe that guy did die.
Is really, like, if I would have just stayed on it, it probably just would have floated to the other side of the lake and I would have walked. It wasn't a massive lake, but as a kid.
Oh, okay. Well, I like it better when I thought you could have died. Let's see why they're showing us this video. 48 seconds. Yay. There's a man walking across the street. I don't know if you can see that.
I see. Black and white surveillance cameras in 2020. Come on.
He just disappeared.
Was that it? Oh, there he is. See his white shoes. Wait, his legs disappeared. You see that shit?
Oh, wow.
Go back. So you can see his shoes.
Oh, he is a ghost. You can see through this guy. You can see the fence. And he's going to come back. Look, he just showed back up. Let's find out. Right here. Something's happening here. That's weird.
So you can see his legs, and then all of a sudden his legs disappear. You just see shoes.
Mm-hmm. It's a ghost.
And then his head disappears.
It's a ghost. Okay,
well, how come this security camera? How come this security camera can catch that ghost on film, and all these ghost hunters can't catch fuck all other than noises? And they're professional hunters. Question. Maybe we should send them these Ring cameras.
Because they're like me being a ghost hunter. I would probably be wearing perfume and the wrong type of tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? I would be loud. I would be doing all the shit that scared the ghosts away.
So my relatives, cousins, they bought a 200-year-old house in my hometown, and the old woman that lived there, she was 98 when she passed away in the house. And when they bought the house, they really didn't do any renovations. They painted and cleaned it all up and stuff and put new windows in, but they kept the house as she had it. And they swear that the house is haunted. They all swear that they've been tucked in at night. Like the cats will like watch things walk by. Both of the cats' heads will go like this at nothing together, synchronized. And they swear, like, when people come over and stay the night, like, if you feel someone tucking you in, don't freak out. It's just our local ghost. Like, she's friendly, whoever she is.
Tucking me in. No, because she rubbed my feet, though. No, why? I don't understand why some ghosts get stuck in their, like, house or whatever.
Maybe they're just are happy, or purgatory. Maybe it's purgatory.
Do you think there's a choice?
Maybe remember Beetlejuice? They were stuck in purgatory for a while, and they had to live with the new family.
That. I don't know what that is. Either way, I'm never going somewhere called Slaughterhouse Canyon. They can fuck off all the way. Arizona, also known as Luana's Canyon, much less creepy name. The urban legend of Slaughterhouse Canyon tells the gruesome tale of a 19th century gold miner who failed to come home to his family one night. Without his earnings, the mother and her children couldn't buy food and began to starve. When she couldn't stand it, any longer, the wife chopped her kids into pieces. This is her last resort. Tossed them into the nearby river and died of despair. What? Why didn't she eat them? She could have lived.
How do you die of despair?
Wouldn't
it be die of like starvation or dehydration?
No, she lost her husband and then her kids at her own hand, and then
I was gonna say she didn't lose her kids. She knows exactly where they are.
She was gonna lose them. She knows how death works. Jacob Castro said Beetlejuice was fantastic.
Would you kill your kids or let them starve to death? If you were in a situation that it was one or the other, no matter what.
I just have to let them starve. I wouldn't be the one who's because you never know if they could just live.
Oh no, this is it. You have to. They
could starve to death.
Okay.
What do you think? You'd put them out of their misery?
Oh, it's tough. I don't have kids, so I couldn't. It's hard.
Well, your niece or nephew.
I'd be feeding the cocksuckers fucking dirt and stuff. Just like, you gotta eat something, eat some bark.
You don't have no kids. We don't generally call them cocksuckers when they're your own kids, but yeah, little bastards sometimes helps these motherfuckers. That'll be something. But cocksuckers is a little stream to call your own children. Just think about that. Put that in your book. Write that one down. The Gurdon Light. This doesn't sound good either. Arkansas. Wait, are these are pictures of the states? I was kind of wondering. I guess I should have known by this one. Never mind. The Gurdon Light. Like many urban legends, the story of the Gurdon Light has several variations. In one, a railroad worker was hit by a train and decapitated. His spirit can still be seen today, searching for his lost light. He lost his head. Okay. In another, the railroad worker bore a violent grudge against his boss who had fired him. He murdered his former employer with the railroad spike, and the victim now wanders the tracks. While the Gurdon Light is well documented, no one has been able to offer an explanation as to what really it is. Gurdon Light. Some guy looking for his light when he has no head. That's the Headless Horseman, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, cut off your left arm and feed your make them eat me. Yeah, well, in the end, nobody changed it that it didn't matter really what you did. So there was in my hope, they were starving to death, and in the last second, a deer came by and then died right in front of them, and then cooked itself beef jerky. Yeah. You never heard of the Gurdon Light? Are you in Arkansas? The Gurdon Light? Well, if you could get some photographs, I'm not sure. They should put a little star where this is located in the state.
Oh, I put a couple links in the private chat.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the news recently.
About?
The cops flashbanged an infant.
Yes, I did see that. That's well, they flashbanged the wrong house, and there was a baby.
And the infant's eyes were like starting to go black inside. So what I think happened, the doctor said it was like a chemical burn or something, but what I think happened is that flashbang was so concussive, it gave the child brain bleed, and the black eyes are from the brain swelling inside.
Damn, Dr. Nova done diagnosed this child.
So the kid could have permanent brain damage.
Yeah, it was already autistic, yeah?
I don't think you can determine autism at infancy, can you?
No, that wasn't an infant. Okay,
let's go. The one I saw was an infant, like less than a year.
Less than a year,
like,
and infant.
Yeah, like little. It was small. It was like this big, like baby. Like
I think he was like 1. Maybe you're right. You said you put it in prep chat. Hold on, I want to see what the Charman of San Antonio Creek is.
We're in no rush. We're in no rush.
I am. I have 26 more minutes.
Hey,
per local lore,
I'll keep
father and
son tomorrow.
Okay. And tomorrow we're going to be reading Trump's books. And there's we're doing the next 100 pages, which there's only 35 maybe pictures. I did pictures and letters. A lot of them were letters Trump had written, and there's, in my opinion, stupid. So I made executive decision to skip that shit because it's dumb. So it won't be that long of a show. So maybe we can hit those to start the show tomorrow. This says, per local lore, a father and son were trapped in a horrible fire. The father perished, and before he could arrive, the traumatized son lost his mind before help could arrive. He skinned his father and then ran into the forest. Now known forever as Charman, his black and burnt body is said to attack motors. It's true. I know one called Red Racker, And this guy was flying his airplane, and his airplane crashed, but he didn't die. He got cut. His legs got cut off, and he just runs around on his arms like this, and his clothes are in tatters, and that's why they call him Red Ragger. And if you drive your car down this road, he'll catch onto the side of your car, and he'll just because he hates people.
Can we get a Divinity on the road for this?
First of all, I know people this has happened to. When my sister first told me this story, it's on this road called Garlock Road, and it's literally it's a road that connects two main highways to nowhere. It's the middle of freaking nowhere. They used a gold mine out there a long time ago. And my sister was telling me this story when I was probably 14. She was 16. She was driving. We were going out of town to a basketball game. And on the way back, she's telling me about Red Ragger. It's dark. And she tells me about Red Ragger, and I was like, huh. And you can hear this like every once in a while. And we decided it's like some animal that comes out at night, like a real one, not a scary one. And so we're, writing up this sound, and then boom, she gets a flat tire. She gets a flat tire. We have to pull off in the dark, and she's hauling ass. So we're like 30 minutes from the basketball team coming to rescue us. And we have to like not freak out about Red Ragger on the side of the road. Oh, I was so afraid. One time though, on the same road, like within the last 10 years, I was driving down the road. What happened? There was a car in the middle of the road. We ended up going around him. But I have a friend who was the same thing happened. He was driving down that road. He said when he passed the car, like he's like, this is creepy. There was just a car in the middle of the road. So he went around it. And when he went around it, there were people on the other side of the car. He was like, they were just waiting in ambush. I'm like, fuck that road. Creepy. But I do believe in Red Ragger. My heart only has 4 strings left, and it sounds like a
people on fire. What do you think about spontaneous combustion?
Were we talking about people on fire?
A minute ago. Remember the fire? The guy's house caught fire, and then he skinned his dad. And
Charman, got it. I believe in spontaneous combustion. That's real. People spontaneously combusting?
Yeah, that's specific. The hay barrel spontaneous is 100% scientific proof. That's undebatable. It's real. Mm-hmm. That's why if you put your hay in the barn when it's wet, you will fucking burn your barn down. But humans catching fire, that's where I'm like,
I've never heard of that. Is that real? Is that happening?
You never heard of humans spontaneously combusting? There's all kinds of pictures all over. And you just see like stumps left because the whole body burns up, but they stop burning at like the knees and the forearms. Yeah, look it up.
I will. I'm looking at the links you put in private, and I want to read this one. Police investigate first case of virtual rape in the metaverse. I fucking saw this shit this morning, and I wanted to die. God damn it.
My fuck! I want to be an internet sheriff.
Let's find out. I gotta read it.
These cases.
Police investigation and continue without supporting.
Is there so little crime?
Well, there are so many complainers. British police are investigating the alleged gang rape of a girl's avatar in a virtual reality game in what is believed to be the first probe of its kind involving the metaverse. The alleged victim. Wow, way to kill a word.
How do you know it was a real girl, though? It could have been like a Mandy.
Identified only as a girl under 16, was wearing a virtual reality headset in an immersive game when her avatar, an animated representation of her, was raped by those of several men.
I've played a lot of games, virtual reality, and I don't know where the rape button is.
Although the accuser did not sustain any physical injuries, she may have suffered trauma similar to someone who'd been raped in real life. So you're telling me she kept the headset on?
Right. She enjoyed it. She's a masochist.
Then I'll make her a masochist. There is an emotional and
psychological like this doesn't mean
show me what her character was wearing right now.
It was probably one of those like bobblehead characters that wasn't even like human. You know, like
I want to know how that really went down. They don't have sex organs. Where were they at? And how did it happen?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, what is that the rape? Were they teabagging her? Have you seen that in Call of Duty?
Oh man, I've been raped on the internet too. Today.
Mushroom stamp, teabag.
Is this class action? I've been teabagged on the internet too. This is stupid. Cleverly Cleverly is the name of somebody.
I hope not.
James Cleverly defended the trailblazing VR rape probe. I know it's easy to dismiss this as being not real, but the whole point of these virtual environments is they are incredibly immersive. And we're talking about a child here, and as a child has gone through sexual trauma. The fuck? Bro, if they watch television, this is going to happen to the same child.
Watch any cartoon today is all sex.
First of all, you can watch what your kids are watching, and you got to be aware that there was a whole Elsa Gate where they were using cartoons to show your children this shit. If you're not paying attention, 20 minutes is all you should be using VR for. So if you're in VR for that long, you can literally have your screen up right here and see what your kid's doing. I watch my kid play these games.
I'm guilty of it. I'll play VR for like 4 or 5 hours till my head starts to hurt.
That's bad. Yeah, that's really bad for you, supposedly. But I can understand. It's so dope.
It is. Like, I play, it's called Ace Combat Sky, so you're in like a fighter jet. And I don't get motion sick on any like amusement rides or any of that shit, but I was like, fuck, maybe I should get a bucket just in case next to me, because I'm throwing my hips in my chair. Like, it is crazy immersive. And I had like an old PS4, so it's not even like that good. And it's, I think VR is where all gaming is going.
So I guess we'll find out as time goes on if we are complete assholes for laughing at this, or if this is laughable.
No, they need to make those VR anti-rape condom things. Have you seen those?
VR anti-rape condom? No.
You haven't seen it's like a plastic cup that a girl puts inside her vagina, but if a penis goes inside, it's got fish hook barbs, so he can go in. But if you try, look it up. Anti-rape device for women. It's a real thing, and if even just knowing that this is out there, you should not try to rape girls. It's the most evil device I've ever seen in my life. Like, if I was going to jail, I would definitely stuff that in my prison wall.
That's it.
Yeah. On the inside, if you look close, zoom in, those are like fish hook barbs. Look on the inside. So
okay, hold on.
So your penis can go in, but when you start to pull out, all those barbs hook.
Look at this one.
That's fake.
I don't care. It's more scary than that other one. That's what a regular vagina looks like. Don't
Star Wars. Remember that sand creature that was swallowing people? That's what that looks like.
It's the same principle.
But yeah, that's the principle. That's the anti-rape device.
Diaphragm. What?
Oh, there's the one. The Rape X.
Rape X. This. Oh, I see him.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, what?
The fuck is that?
I don't know. It's
I don't know what she's clicking.
3 anti-rape devices that are so crazy they are satisfying. Wait a minute.
This
is like a door at the supermarket. You just open when you get close, or it's closed. Let's go there. Hold on. There are things that we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about Seth Rich. Do you know who Seth Rich is?
Yeah.
How do I get back to this?
Here's the one that exposed the Clinton emails.
I don't know if that's true.
Unalived.
I don't know if that's true, because he's a big Clinton fan, it turns out. They were saying a Bernie supporter did it, and he wasn't a Bernie supporter. That guy in particular was a Hillary fan.
I thought that's why he committed suicide with 2 bullets to the back of the head.
That's why we thought he did, but it doesn't make sense if you think about some of the details. It was a botched robbery. Hold on, let me find the PDF I've lost.
How do the coroners do suicide? I don't understand. That should like immediately cost you your medical license degrees when you say 2 bullets to the back of the head was a suicide.
No, it was a robbery. They didn't call it a suicide.
Well,
Seth Rich just called it
other suicides. Other Clintons that had like the shotgun that he was tied with his hands behind the tree and the gun wasn't found. Suicide.
Oh. Oh, you are here with me. I clicked the wrong button. So somewhere in these documents, this is the Seth Rich ones. This isn't a good one to go towards the end.
Yeah, I think Seth Rich is a deep rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 2015 or 16, wasn't it?
Yeah. 15 or well 16 because it was right before the election that he would.
Yeah, it was right when I started getting on YouTube and stuff. So it was like,
I can't believe there's no other clickable links here. I was in so many Seth Rich spots. All I have is one. What the hell? It's broken. But you're right. So he was killed at 4 a.m. July 10th after a night out, supposedly. And they said it was a robbery, but he didn't get anything stolen from him. His wallet was still there.
His watch, his expensive watch.
Mm-hmm. A year later, the Perkins Coie, which is a law firm in California that Hillary Clinton uses, contacted the San Francisco FBI and turned over Seth Rich's laptop. Like, fuck, how did you get it?
Yeah, if it was a robbery, it's like, oops, just had this in my backyard.
Hell, I don't know that he had his laptop on him when he was robbed. I don't know how that works. Maybe he never had it and he left it at work. It's just very strange. Perkins Coie is the one who did it. But Hillary Clinton is a damn...
She's the greatest serial killer America has ever had.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's go there. How many minutes do we have? 15 minutes. We can do it. Let me show you.
Do we know what her suspected total is?
No, but this is why Medcure.
I wonder what the greatest number, like 30, 36? Is that the most?
I got to pee so bad right now. All of a sudden, I had 2 drinks. I had my juice.
All that caffeine.
I know. Well, this is Sunny D, and there's no caffeine in here, so this is like Ricada caffeine. But I did have coffee.
She's drinking Sunny D. Have you seen the Sunny D? I Love Sunny D girl.
Oh
my god. I know
okay. Could you do that while I gotta pee so bad, or else what if I die? I might not die. Hold on. I gotta pee. Chat. If there's anyone still here. Just 2 seconds with nobody listening to you.
Oh shit!
A link? You're gonna give me a link? Okay, I can wait.
There it is. I got it.
You're my sunshine.
Copy, paste. I hope this doesn't ruin Sunny D for anyone.
Oh God.
The bottom link, and then hit play, and then you can go pee.
Okay, let's see.
Buckle up, chat. This one's a banger.
I hope it's not bad. It's only 30 seconds.
It's worth it. Just go.
When you're launching a new product with a tight deadline.
Yeah, it is.
2 weeks. Grammarly's tone suggestions
can
help
motivate. Stuck in your head, chat. You can put it on repeat.
I'm gonna be doing an original song.
This is an original
that I wrote called Sunny D and Rum. Yum, yum.
Yum, yum.
Oh, Sunny D and Rum. Yum, yum. It's a flavor I just thought of. Oh, Sunny D and Rum. Yum, yum. It's so good I can't get enough. Oh,
I don't know how she doesn't have a contract.
Yum, yum. Take a run and give me some more. Sunny D and Rum. Yum, yum. It's so good I can't get enough. Oh, Sunny D and Rum. I think I'll run and give me some more. Sunny D and Rum, yum, yum. I think I'll just drink me some. Yum, Sunny D and Rum, yum, yum. Yeah,
does Kurt like Sunny D? Because this could be a power couple on YouTube.
Yum. It's so good. I can't get enough.
I'm probably glad I missed that.
If you saw her teeth, you'd stop drinking Sunny D.
Is that from Sunny D? No way.
That girl is straight-laced, would never do drugs or anything.
Bruh. Sunny D is a bunch of freaking fruits and vegetables and no vegetables. I made that last part up.
Or fruit.
It's good. Listen, no, there's fruit in it. I looked because I was comparing it to Rockstar. It's way better than Rockstar. I went from Rockstar to Sunny D because
wait. In my mind, Sunny D is like Kool-Aid.
No, you're wrong. I looked.
Oh, so American Sunny D is different? Yeah, it's just sugar water.
Probably. It's whatever it is. It's got more vitamins than Rockstar. It's got actual fruit in it, which Rockstar doesn't have none of that.
Extra doubt.
It says there's like 7 fruits in here.
Fruit, artificial mimicked fruits.
It doesn't say artificial. It says concentrate or something. I don't know if it even says concentrate.
Concentrate means the orange.
Listen, you know what? I gotta go get it. I gotta dip into it. This is inappropriate.
Oh, she's gonna fact check me live. For the record, concentrate means they don't even peel the oranges. They just grind it all up and throw it in there. Same as the grapes, the apples, the cores, the seeds. It's all just ground up.
For the record, Your Honor, I would like to present my first witness. I would like to bring Sunny D to the stand. Look at the defendant's damn self.
It's not yellow, is it?
Oh, no, because this is a good one. This is
strawberry. I don't think we have the red one. I think we just have the yellow one here, or the orangey yellow one.
This is really, really good. But it says, oh my Lanta, I need glasses. Hold on, I'll tell you what it says. It does say concentrated, but either way, it says orange, tangerine, apple, lime, grapefruit. That's pretty good.
Is that at the bottom of the list or the top of the ingredients list?
Top, but there's not that much. There's also a lot of bad stuff.
Water. The first ingredient is water. The second ingredient is high fructose corn syrup. The third ingredient is your
all those other things. Yeah.
See, I didn't even read it.
Well, what do you think the Rockstar says?
Water, sugars, fructose corn syrups, taurine, chlorine, caffeine.
Yeah, that's bull sperm. Fuck that. I ain't drinking it anymore.
That's lady milk. That's male milk from the transgender cows.
Negative. Although I watched Barnyard the other day, and those boy cows had no horns and they had udders. And I was like, what?
I like the Carrie Lake fucking calling it the New York Times going, oh, I want to see one of you reporters milk this bull.
What? Weird.
Oh, no, what was that show? Woody Harrelson, Kingpin. Do you remember that movie?
I don't know that I saw it.
Chat. Chastise this woman. She has not seen the movie Kingpin.
I mean, yeah.
Legendary. You need to get high and watch it. It's legendary. Chat, back me up here. Kingpin.
Let me see. What's chat up to? It is like Tang. We don't have a cow. We got a bull, though. Tang is better than Sunny.
I love Tang.
We didn't have Tang growing up because we weren't poor.
No, Tang,
just kidding.
Tang
we weren't
was
rich.
created by NASA Space. It was the space drink.
Tang is something gross about Tang.
It is gross. So when I was a kid, I loved it. I don't know why, but I thought it was the best thing ever. And then I saw it on the shelf here like last year. I'm like, oh, fuck Tang. I remember that being great. And I brought it home and I was really excited. And I was like, what in the actual fuck?
Yeah, it's like probably whale sperm. I think that's what Tang is. I'm not even going to Google it. I'm sure it is.
I only drank 3 things of it, so.
This morning. Anywho, let's look where Shelly Miscavige is. Do you know who this is?
I've never heard this name, but if she's involved with Scientology, she got what she deserved.
She was the wife, though, of the Scientologist dude, and she just went missing.
Oh, the original.
Scientologist leader David Miscavige's wife has been missing since 2006. Leader David Miscavige is often cited as Tom Cruise's best friend. He was best man at Cruise's ill-fated wedding to Katie Holmes. Who cares? His wife Shelley hasn't been seen since 2006. She was another Scientologist who was rumored to have led the church search for Tom's third wife. That's real. According to a recent New York Post article, Shelley set up Tom and Kate. Who cares? Where is she? What? Misbehaving Scientologists have been known to allegedly be locked up in, quote, the hole, a group of buildings where people are held captive. The church denies it exists. She also has allegedly violent.
There's some people who've gotten out of Scientology and they say it's like Jehovah's Witness crazy.
She's legally married to the leader.
Dear leader. How come they're always named David?
That's a good question. Maybe it's a government thing, so we know. I don't like Gypsy Rose, for the record.
I didn't like getting into that whole case. It didn't interest me at all. I don't know why, but it didn't.
That's her dad and stepmom.
That picture looks AI.
It totally does.
The hair does. The lighting in the hair doesn't match the lighting picture.
That's a wig. They drew this shit on later.
That's way. Yeah, it's way too black.
Well, I don't know about all that. Wait, maybe it is a wig. Okay, we're pretty much done for the day. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Did I pop anything else in the private chat or just one clip? We did the
first virtual rape.
The flash banger, baby.
We'll talk about that tomorrow, maybe more.
Oh! Did you do? South Korea has now banned eating dog meat.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about that.
It's now, yeah. They had to 2024. They finally passed a law to tell South Koreans to stop eating dog meat. There.
Dog meat trade banned in South Korea as times and attitudes change.
Not taste buds.
Dog meat free Korea is coming. Oh, that's so sad. They got Doge here. Inappropriate. The long viewed by some South Koreans as a food that could revive one's energy in the summer months. Is it true? Are we missing out?
No, this is people who were starving to death in the summer. Needed to wait till fall for the vegetables.
South Koreans are starving to death too?
Back during the war, yeah. So
No.
you'd eat anything. I think in times of war, dogs are fair game to eat.
It doesn't take place for 3 more years, so like eat as much dog as you can get.
Get it in. Yeah. All those ones that you're fattening up now, you can finish fattening them up.
Slaughter and sell dog meat. So I really would like to see what a dog market looks like. Is it like
no, you don't know.
Chihuahua,
really
Shepherd?
It's hard on the heart. Other bigger dogs, they don't want the fucking
cows are so sweet too.
Wings.
Are there like dog paws and dog livers?
No, they just dice it
Dog
up like
tails?
beef. No, they just mix it in stuff like beef.
Ground dog. I mean, the cow is sacred in some places, and we chop that motherfucker up and eat every bit of it.
Only in India.
Only? There's like a billion fucking people there. That's a lot of people.
No,
that
but
think
it's
this
only
shit is sacred.
it's only like a certain sect of Indians, and
What
trust me, no motherfuckers are gonna die. They're gonna eat that cow.
Is the cow sacred?
I know there's a tribe in Ethiopia that they only eat cow milk and blood, and they mix it together. So they keep the cows alive. They'll bleed blood out of the cow and mix with the cow's blood, and that's all they eat.
I was hoping they just told me a percentage of, but they didn't. But it says Hindus. Hinduism is probably a lot of people. Major world religion originating in India. How many people are in this religion? 80% of India's population. So 80% of these fools, trying to minimize it. They love that cow, and we eat that bitch. And it's so tasty. Like, we eat their ribs and shit. We are. Oh wait, is that a pig that we eat their ribs? But the fact is, we take the sacred cow rib and just next rib. Imagine they were doing that. Imagine if they were eating dog ribs. Same. Except for we don't even think that bitch is sacred. He's just our best friend. We don't want people to eat him. And he's not really our best friend. He shits everywhere. And they made My dog.
Last link. I want you to tell me how this truck got there.
Okay. Let's find out.
So this dude was found by dudes that were in a kayak or canoe going down the river. There was a truck underneath a bridge, smashed all to fuck. And he was in the truck for 6 fucking days before someone found him. With broken legs and everything. He just sat there for 6 days.
He was in a flood?
Get under there?
A flood.
So you assume he came off of the road up above, but how did it get off the bridge and then back underneath the bridge?
Why couldn't? Oh, you can't drive through here?
No, not at all. And
not
the
the
truck is wrecked. Like, it was rolled over like 7 or 8 times.
So it rolled off the bridge and then rolled backwards down this hill?
Somehow, and landed on its wheels.
That's
But
probably
when
why
they
it
go-
rolled to where it's at.
But when
'cause of
they
its
go up
wheels.
on top of the bridge, you don't see any marks of it going over the bridge, like breaking through the guardrails or anything. Nobody even knew he was missing until these fishermen are like, "Hey, what's that doing here?"
Damn.
So how did
He
it
just
curve and go-
launched. He probably
then
just
curve back
launched. Show me
underneath?
this way. He had to have been traveling from this direction. He probably did it at whatever time at night. Nobody was there to see it. Did it happen? Negative. Show me the other way. Maybe there's tire marks going from the other way.
Like that truck got fucked up, and he's still alive, just chilling. That's him.
What the fuck?
That car, that is mangled.
Oh my god.
He's just sitting there with two broken legs, just chilling like a villain.
Steering shift and all that. Steering rack and can't go anything.
Couldn't find his cell phone.
I'm just gonna grab your arm real quick, okay? I'm just 9.
Day after Christmas.
He's up at like 120 right now. BPM.
Like his family, like, where is he?
His blood pressure's not bad. Is that bad? That feels good. 120. Tell me, is there a medic in the house?
She was.
Truck cartwheel like a cheerleader, yeah.
I understand. Like I can see it doing like an ass over tea kettle over the bridge, but then hitting the ground and coming backwards to go under the bridge. There's your side airbag.
I don't know. I don't get it.
He lived though. But just think if dudes weren't fishing the day after Christmas. Who goes fishing the day after Christmas? Like, see how that's positioned under the bridge? How does it do that?
I'm over here, okay, bud? I got garbage knives.
Get him a banana bag.
I don't know. That's crazy. Why didn't he? You would think, like, I guess there's no bikes or hikers, so he couldn't yell to them.
Well, under a bridge, who's going to hear you?
You could be like, hey, anyone. That's what I mean. Like, if there were, I don't know.
It doesn't look like there's any pedestrian traffic anywhere. Just randomly, these two fishermen, like, God put these guys out there to fish the day after Christmas, which is crazy.
That feels normal.
And they let him stay alive with no food, no water for 6 days. I thought
That's
they say
wild.
like 3 days with no water
Yeah.
you die.
He seemed pretty calm
He was definitely in shock.
the whole time.
Oh man, broken leg, like, yeah, it's crazy. Shock does crazy things to, like, it separates your body from your mind. It's weird. Like when I exploded my femur, I was like talking lucid and like I was angry that I wasn't gonna get to play the next weekend game. Like that was my thought. Like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to play next weekend. Bitch, you're gonna die on this field.
Damn.
But there.
First said he's eaten squirrel and it's pretty close to rat. Gross. Wait, what hand say? I've had whale sperm 4 times, so you're doing better than me, Nova.
Oh, there's your sister.
Ah.
Was
Do you
it
remember what it was?
banana bag, shock, blood pressure?
Oh, 120. Is 120
yeah.
a decent blood pressure?
And how long can you survive without
Or
water?
heartbeats? Yeah.
So he was under this bridge for 6 days with 2 broken legs.
Hands, I'd say it's generally true. Don't squirrel eat better than rat? Hi, Darth, where you be?
Squirrel's pretty
Truck
good, actually.
cartwheel, we saw that. I only play a doctor in my mind. I only play doctor with my wife, but that goes in a completely different direction. Her name is Rosie? Oh, no. No.
Whose name's Rosie?
His hand?
No.
His wife, I mean. I missed the question. That's
I thought it
perfect.
was
Yeah, so
Pamela.
they
Pamela.
took this guy's blood pressure here when they came back down, and they were like, hold on, can I see your hand real quick? He's at 120.
Like that truck
and
is
his
fucked on all sides.
one leg, both of his legs are pinned somewhere. He can't move. He can't get out. 6 days.
Right? What was that? 127 hours. He cut his arm off after like 2 days.
I would have too. I'd be hungry.
Day.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be thirsty too.
And the river right there beside you, how thirsty would that? That would be so annoying, just hearing it trickle by you for days and days and days. Because he had to be screaming at some point.
And cold.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless the heater still worked.
I was promised I thought that said rugby policy updates, Shy. And I didn't get them.
Tomorrow.
So I left.
We'll do that tomorrow. It was today, but.
Well, the thing is, it should have been today, but when I looked at it, where's the picture of the Rumble policies? Let's find it. It's got to be somewhere around here. We'll just show you real quick because I did go to the Rumble policies, make PDF. It's like a lot of pages.
That they design it that way, so they can either exclude you or convict you.
Monday,
depending on which page they want to pull up at the time.
Policy. Here we go. So let me share this. This is what I shared with Nova, and he was like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I know, dude. What the fuck?" There's this part on. Hold on, I'm all discombobulated because I had closed down sharing. I got to bring it back up. There's this part in on the back side of Rumble, and I was clicking into it. I guess if you make the screen bigger, you got more options, and I didn't know that.
Go figure.
Yeah. So I found some more options, and one of them was policy violations. So I clicked on it, and I was like, cool. I have my status okay. I've got 0. Oh, you can't see this. Hold on. Add to stage. So I've got 0, but I was looking at it. That's as big as it gets. Okay. Your account is in good standing, it says. In order to be one of the leading video platforms for brand and advertisers, Rumble strictly enforces our policies. These just updated January 4th. It's been 11 days. If you are caught uploading any of the following material, you will be issued a policy violation and risk losing your Rumble account. We prohibit the following video content. Number 1, content or material that we believe is pornographic, obscene, or of adult or sexual nature. Bikinis. And so I sent this to Nova. I was like, you guys trying to cancel me?
Right? We believe. So it doesn't even have to be a fact. It's just whatever they determine, not what,
Number 2, content or material that we believe is grossly offensive to the online community, including but not limited to blatant expressions of bigotry, prejudice, racism, violence, hatred, and profanity.
Bye-bye, Nick Ricada. Bye-bye,
well, I'm
Nova.
still doing okay. I guess you have to be reported or who knows what. But either way, a bikini, I would have done the bikini stream, but then I read the rules. I'm so sorry. It's bullshit. He's right, but still, I can't.
That's the 4th of July. She's going to finally have some drinks and do it.
Policy violations. Here we go. Yeah, I am. I might.
And what she's gonna do, she's gonna move the camera up to here.
It'll zoom in on my forehead. I'm
in my bikini. That's here. You'll go look into here, show the straps, go back up to here. I did it. Fuck off.
I'll get one of those old-fashioned bikinis. It's real covered everything.
The one piece.
No bikinis. What is the world coming to? Yeah. It's over.
Yeah, get those 1920s ones that are big frilly, so you can't even tell you're a female. Just the only way you can tell the females is by the hat.
Exactly, that's the plan. Yeah, so this is the policies. It's 14 pages. This is where these are the 8 of them. Says you may not post or transmit any message which is libelous, defamatory, or which discloses private or personal matters concerning any person or entity.
Inciting violence, harassing, hateful words, racist. This is YouTube's policy. They copied and pasted YouTube and kept it vague.
You may not transmit any message that would violate the rights of others, including but not limited to unauthorized use, publication, or disclosure of copyrighted materials, trade secrets, or other confidential or proprietary information. Like when we Google, you guys aren't allowed to do that now based on the rules.
Or play video clips or music in the background.
Mm-hmm. You may not interfere with another person's use. That's easy. You may not post or transmit any message that's abusive, inciting violence, harassing, harmful, hateful, anti-Semitic, racist, or threatening. There you go. Don't do any of that. You may not post or transmit any message pertaining to charity requests, petitions for signatures, requesting donations relating to pyramid schemes or pertaining to the manipulation. That's normal.
So we can't talk about me donating my hair to charity. That's against the rules now.
Oh, you're right. It says you may not post or transmit any advertising or any other solicitation of other users of the forum for goods or services other than the Rumble service. So it says you may not post or transmit any advertising or any
so
other
they're doing
solicitation.
like, remember YouTube wouldn't let you post Rumble links? They're trying to stop people from jumping websites. So Rumble's trying to stop people from jumping off. So you can't put a YouTube link on Rumble because that violates their policy. Because now you're leaving the Rumble chat or channel.
Hideous said this isn't a free speech platform. This is just conservative YouTube. You may not use the platform to conduct or solicit the performance of any legal activity or other activity which infringes the rights of others. Links third-party sites are basically saying you got to abide by their rules if you use them. There was not a lot. Current policies.
Copyright.
Content or material which was created by a person other than you or subject to a copyright by a person other than you without the express permission.
Hatred.
Person's express
So
content or material which includes
hatred in it. This is crazy.
Subject to third-party content which displays trademarks of other persons, content or material that is pornographic, obscene, or an adult or sexual in nature, content or material that is grossly offensive to the online community, including but not limited to racism, anti-Semitism, and hatred.
Who the
At least
fuck is
the online community gets to decide.
Yeah, who are they? Is that us? Like
that? I mean,
okay, we just got demonetized because we talked about burying people on res today.
Yeah. Thankfully, they don't pay much. They done took our 35 cents today. Promote, supports, or incites violence or unlawful acts. Promote, supports, or incites individuals or groups which engage in violence or unlawful acts, including but not limited to Antifa groups and persons affiliated with Antifa, the KKK, and white supremacist groups, and or persons affiliated with and people affiliated with them. That's a fucking one-hop Rumble.
Damn. The 6 degrees of bacon now. You hosted this person on your platform. So you asked Alec Jones questions, so now you're gone too.
Promotes and supports entities and or persons designated by either the Canadian or U.S. government as terrorists or terrorist organizations.
Everything's a fucking terrorist organization to the Canadian government.
This is literally just a carbon copy of YouTube's policy.
Yeah.
And when I say conservative, I mean cock-conservative. Wait, not cock, I meant cuck. Damn it. Content or material that infringes or encroaches the rights of others, disseminating personal information about another individuals for malevolent purposes, including libel, slander, doxing, defamation, or violation of an individual's right to privacy.
Doxing's not a crime.
In California, it is.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't have phone books in California?
I mean, you have to pay to be in them.
No, here you're just in it automatically unless you.
No one has a home phone anymore.
We still get phone books. I might even have one here.
How big is it? Like, if we get a phone book, it's like the yellow pages now. It's just businesses that pay to be in there.
Our population is so small, so the whole province is like an inch. But it lists your name, your street address, your phone number.
Yeah, and so if you're trying to keep that private,
your house.
What is that? But publishing it online is the part that is you're missing, maybe.
Well, here in my area, they just mail everybody a phone book to your house. So every household in Canada has a docs book.
Okay, but what if I don't live in Canada and I don't know your house and your address and your name and all that?
Well,
and then somebody gets it for me.
Do you have 411?
I don't know. Is that really a thing still? Holy shit! I don't even know if 411 is a thing.
For an extra 50 cents, we'll connect the call. I'm like, no, I'll dial it myself. Thanks.
People still do that. Tell me. There's a specific law that requires that they remove us if we ask.
We just call 411.
In California, I thought you had to be added to it these days because there's nobody in it. They had to
No, you have to opt out.
In.
Here you have
you used to have to opt out. No, even then I think you always had to opt in.
Here your organs are donated unless you opt out automatically.
They send a phone book, but it's always there's no more white pages, which is like the people. It's all yellow pages, which is just the businesses. Reaping communism, cooking citizens, the only fan pages. That would be kind of funny if you
They even have it down to if it just encroaches on someone else's right. Not even violates the right, just encroaches.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Rumble is what's that phrase? Be wary of dealing with beasts, yet ye become a beast.
Mm-hmm. That's Nietzsche.
Yes.
Like careful to stare into the
good recall. Yeah, it was Nietzsche.
Personal use options. Yeah, it was pretty disturbing. I took out certain things in the middle of these. This isn't complete. Don't be coming here looking for the complete policies. There were things in here that I took out. So
we should make like a YouTube clip
check
of
this out.
And just highlight the fucking, and then put it side by side with the YouTube policy and go, look, they just copied and paste. So much for the Rumble fucking.
Hold on a second. You guys want to look at this? Hold on a second.
Free agency, sponsorship, licensing. 40%. I thought Rumble was down doing the 20%. Oh, that's just the donations. Oh, so they may be taking bigger cuts than YouTube. They're only taking a smaller cut for the super chats. That could be dirty. Pay-per-view. The fuck is that like a subscription? I think they're taking more of a percentage of your money than YouTube. The only thing they change is the tip part, the super chat part. They drop.
If you read an ad read, they take 40%.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think YouTube does that.
I have no idea. I've never had a sponsor. You can't cancel me. I'm sponsor free.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Pay-per-view revenue stream mean revenue generated by content creators making payable per pay-per-view video content for viewing by their audience for a limited time or on a one-time basis. I don't know what that
must
means.
Be like exclusives or premieres.
All payments will typically be given to you 30 days after the month in which you received them. First month.
Oh, wait. It says third-party advertisers. Does that mean that, say, McDonald's wants to advertise on your channel, they have to give the money to Rumble, and then Rumble gives you your cut? McDonald's can't just give you money as a sponsor?
Dude, I just hope that by the end of 2024, we're so big that we know how to answer these questions based on experience. Like McDonald's tried to give us $1 million, but we only got to take home 60%. It's the truth.
I think we need to write that Rumble and see if we can get a contract. I think we're big enough now. We can get signed. They'll drop Nikita. Just give Ricada our, that contract to us.
Okay. There's more stuff here. I think we might have hit the. This is what they tell others about.
Oh, this is the shit they give you. Yeah, we give your fucking social insurance number, your address. Oh, California, you guys got special fucking laws.
By the Jews, he means DHS and FBI. Vivek Ramaswamy is a brown supremacist for wanting to dismantle
Trump fucking
the
threw him under the bus
JBI.
already. You see that? That's who I thought was going to be.
I saw that, but I have to go, so we can't talk about it. Let's talk about Trump. That is perfect, because tomorrow we're going to be reading Trump's book, same time, 9 a.m. California time, 12 noon, 5 p.m. if you're in the UK, which is my favorite thing to say. Because I'm like, why would I say Eastern time and not UK? Like my Bezzy is in UK, so that's where we're going to be at 5 p.m. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, because I do think that that's interesting that he threw Vivek under the bus. I've been seeing a little Twitter.
I had high hopes for him.
Back and forth. For Vivek? Okay, well, good. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Thank you for hanging out. I hate to cut it short, but it is my son's birthday, and I have to get a party started. So,
party on, Wayne.
Party on, Garth. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out.